All right, we're live. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Saturday night, Sunday morning stream. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. You could use more Pokemon cards. I can fix that. All right, that's going to be our title today. Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? All right. Oops. So we're jumping over here to the live stream. Mr. Alex might have already pinged. We're jumping over here. Let's ping here. Very nice. All right. So let's take a look. What do we got going on? Here are my details for the international shipping. Okay, very nice. That's right. We were working on that, weren't we? Here he is. Very good. We're working on that international shipping. We also have 2 international shippings. One for Danny Say No More, send it after that again, and a bonus shipping to do for Mr. LaFlame. So I got all those to work on by Monday. Monday's the next shipping round. Early? Mister, did you watch the new episode? I did, the Labubu episode. South Park mentioned Labubus, and it's kind of like a trending subject, so that's very typical of them to mention trending subjects. Other than that, I mean, I don't think they really said that much in that episode. I actually didn't think it was that good. Here we are. Let's go ahead and pause that. All right. We'll jump over here. Oh, right. This is our first time shipping him. Okay. So we're making an international label for our new friend, Mr. Sung Injang. All right. And now we're going to go grab his address. So... let me make sure this is in the correct format. You know, I have a form for international people to fill out because they often don't put things in a good format. Here we are. If I search it, it looks slightly different. Okay. What did I type in? All right. There we go. Let's type in this for the city. We'll type in this for the province. And then we'll post the postal code. That part's easy. All right. Postal code. Come on now. And now the country. Good. All right, let's get that updated. How's that looking? So that's looking nice. Now let's go get the rest of the information. We're making an international label right now. Okay, let's see. He's got a phone number. And he's got an email address. There we go. Very nice. Now, how heavy will this be? Okay, we'll set this to 8 ounces. Mister, my package hasn't updated in 10 days. Oh yeah, I noted you said that. Here we are. All right. As I mentioned before, the package... Let me ask you a question, Six. Which day did the package get ordered for shipping? Let me finish filling out this. Oh my God, I clicked away because I tried to look at that message and now it's all screwed up. God, that's annoying. The software sucks so bad, dude. I'm gonna try hitting print postage on that. Actually, it should ask me. Yeah, it should ask me to fill out this form. Here we are. We're going to say playing cards. Okay. And then we're going to set the description of playing cards. And the weight is going to be 8 ounces. We're going to set the value to $120. There we go. All right, so that's all set. We're verifying up-to-date rates. Okay, so they're calculating that. Around the 24th. Let's see what day that would have been. Okay, so that would have been... The 24th would have been last Sunday, is that right? Yeah. What day was Labor Day weekend? Was it the 31st? Let's take a look into that real fast, okay, Six? Go ahead and hit clear all on these. All right, so I should be able to print this postage right now. Print. All right, there it goes. There's the label. Now let's go take a look into some Six shipping real fast. Don't worry, he probably just put on ground shipping. Mine took almost 15 days, says Jod. All right, let's see. Well, I was going to say that week, Miss Alexis, she missed, she did not come in for the Wednesday shipping because, well, there wasn't a lot of Wednesday shipping, but actually she missed getting out the product on Friday. So what that really meant is nobody got their product until shipping next Tuesday, because remember, Monday was Labor Day, so they didn't have pickup on Monday. So if you, let's say you ordered shipping, let's say you missed her shipping round on the previous Monday, you would have to wait till next Tuesday, 8 days later, before the mailman even picks it up. And then we know that we have a shipping issue on our side where they do not like to scan the labels. So we know that that's true. But let's go ahead and take a look at this one. So you said it's one that was occurring on like maybe the 24th. I have 2 labels for you, one on the 27th, not the 24th, and then one on the 2nd, which would have been from this month. So let me just take a look at that. The 27th would have been Wednesday. So yes, this fits perfectly into what I was just explaining. So you could have ordered shipping on Wednesday, but the mailman wouldn't have picked it up till Tuesday. And then it says shipping label created, USPS awaiting item. My theory, 6, my theory is they didn't scan it. That's my theory. We can look around and see if maybe there's a package, you know, maybe like your card sitting around somewhere. You know, I still have not contacted them about that issue where they don't like to scan the packages. That's a very serious problem that they don't like to scan it. Let me see about this one. Did they scan this one? So they scanned the next one, so that's interesting. So the one on the 27th, no scan. The one on the 2nd, there is a scan. Let me see. When is the 2nd actually? I have a weird. So 6. Is it possible? This might sound crazy, but I wonder if she combined them somehow. Maybe not. Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder if there's some way she could have combined them, but I'm not sure. All right, so now we know. It had a scan on the 28th. I have the same issue with my carrier. You know, we wouldn't be wondering this if the post office was very consistent with scans. So I hate that we have to wonder this. So I think what we need to do is I need to contact them and say we cannot miss scans. The scans are very important to us. All right, let's see. Let's set this over here. Here's why I also suspect that they might just not have scanned it, is because it was an unusually gigantic submission of packages. And so when I noticed there's a pattern, when there's a big pile of packages, mailman just doesn't scan them. And I feel like that's really frustrating, and it's really important that they do scan it. All right, let me write this in. Ask for scans, USPS. I need to report that they're not scanning the packages. Let me ask AI a question. I'm a home business and I ship a lot of packages out. Lately, USPS has not been scanning the packages when they pick them up. Is that normal? Is that acceptable? Should I complain? I want to see what they have to say about this, because is it actually required for them to scan it? It's not unusual, but this is not ideal. Okay, let's see. During busy periods, they do not like to scan the packages. From a customer service perspective, this is not ideal. Okay, so it says here that USPS does tolerate missed scans on packages. You know, so here's my theory. She's coming out on Tuesday, you know, the day after Labor Day weekend, and she gets this gigantic truckload of packages from me. And so, you know, maybe she just doesn't feel like scanning. Now, if the package did go out like it was supposed to, it went out on Tuesday. And Tuesday would have been just about 5 days ago. Let's see. So it just might need a little more time. I don't think it's time to worry about it yet. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's only been 5 days. So it could show up to your house on Monday or Tuesday. That's what I would look out for. All right, here are the items that are Mr. CS Man's. Let's take a look at this. Now, I can apologize for the slow shipping. You know, I tell Alexis it's very important we don't miss Mondays and Fridays. And unfortunately, it was a missed Friday. If I knew she was going to miss it, I honestly would have probably just done it myself. Because including in those packages was my own outgoing eBay packages too. And that's pretty bad to miss those. You can't miss those. eBay will literally punish your account for missing that. So I was kind of upset when it happened, actually. We are. I don't know if she knew. I don't know if she, oh, come on, man. She had to have known because I've told her, but I don't know. Yeah, it was a bad thing. It shouldn't have happened. What is this, breaking? Ah, here we go. Okay, we're in the CS Man channel. So we want some pictures of CS Man slabs. All right, start taking some pictures. Picture number 1. He paid to have his slabs pictured. Here we are. I ordered on Snap. Can I have a free pack? It's my birthday. Of course you can have a free pack on your birthday. We are. All you got to do is head over to our website and sign up so that we know that it's your birthday, and we'll get you a free birthday slab card. We are. All right. Very good. It's all luck, to be honest, with USPS. Sometimes does scan. It scans quite a bit. Sometimes there's just no information, like the day before delivery. Yeah, I don't like that. That's not right. I don't like it. Okay, there we go. So we scanned Mr. CSman's stuff. We got a nice stack of slabs here, guys. I got so many slabs that have never been priced, and I got a lot of slabs that need to get their first price. Here we are. Where do I sign up for birthday, mister? Yeah, you got to go to, you know, the website. The website where you sign up. That's where you got to go. Okay, ready? Let's go over here. So, you're revenue sharing, am I? All right. William Wafter commented on a payment. He says, PSA 6. Okay. Oh, yes, the Pikachu Quest card from the All Slab September channel. Okay, we have our first sale tonight, guys. Somebody bought the little Pikachu. So let me go retrieve this card. I'm going to go mention that it's sold out. Pikachu sold. Yeah, it's not a surprise. Some Pokemon just always sell. Pikachu is one of them. And some Pokemon never sell. Aha, here he is. Okay, Pikachu. How much did I pay for this, I wonder? I paid for these some time ago, you know. I don't know what I had to pay for this. We just started. Mr. CS Man, I took pictures of your slabs. Here it is, William Wafter. I think you forgot the Sandshrew I bought yesterday in the Discord channel. Oh, you know, that one's still up here with me, so that's what's going on. Let me go grab it right now, okay? I didn't forget about it. I just didn't think about it. Here we are. But that's what you meant. So let me grab this. There we go. This is a real nice one. Let me give you a premium sleeve on this one. This one's real nice. Here we are. Okay. So I've got premium sleeves that cost me more money, that I use sparingly, but a card like this, a Skyridge 10, definitely deserves one. Okay. My package says it was scanned on the 6th. I got a package the other day and saw on my camera that they didn't scan it. Walked out there and asked them why they didn't scan it. And he said, I didn't say that. It needed to be scanned. Man, that's not right, man. That's not right. Okay. There we go. Take a look at that. Ooh. I'll set that down, take a quick picture of it for your channel. So he's got a channel in Discord where I take a picture of all his cards, and then he can store his cards over here and not worry about it. And just be like, oh, I know where those are at. I know what I have. Cool. Okay. Those lost slabs are so brutal. Haha, I was young back then, forgot about them. You know, and I wonder if they even graded well. They might not have graded well. Here we are. All right. Good. We got Mr. Zachary Stekskowski. He says 15 of the Korean Rocket, 5 Journey Together, 2 Prismatic Evolutions. Oh, We might have a price change on the Prismatic. Give me a second. We might have a price change on the Prismatic. So that is one of the things I need to work out today. We need to see if Prismatic should be cheaper now. Hold on, guys. I had a feeling that it was meant to be cheaper today. Okay, so... give me a minute. Oops. It looks like it can be cheaper, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and hit this, and then we are going to head over to the menu and drop the price on Prismatic. Are you guys ready? It's a good thing. It actually means that Prismatic's really something to consider opening. So this is under Pokemon English. Our Prismatic was sitting at 17. It's going down from 17.5 to 16. So that's Prismatic Evolutions getting cheaper over time, and that's a good thing. Now that won't last forever, because what'll happen is it's caused by a reprint. So they're cheaper for a minute, but that reprint will dry up and then they'll go right back up in price. So we have 1 pack and we have 2 packs. All right, Prismatic went down. It's a miracle. Yeah, Prismatic went down. It's beautiful. And, you know, I think a lot of people are going to be scooping these up for a while, including people who just want to open it. There we go. Can I see the Squirtle card? Yes, you can. Here it is, Squirtle 6. Very cute. Look at that Squirtle. All right. I have Rosy Palms. Here's Flareon, Dust Noir. You know, this cheaper price on the Prismatic could cause a price drop also on the graded PSA 10 Umbreon. I don't know. But presumably a lot more of those are going to be pulled now and graded. All right, good. I bought mine pretty close to release, so I probably overpaid for it. That's for Zach, the 2 Prismatics. You're owed $3, by the way, Zach, so you overpaid by $3. Now, let's get the rest of your order. So he needs 5 of the Journey Togethers. And what we need is more Journey Together. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go get more Journey Together. Any slabs today I should consider picking up? I can show you slabs. I'm going to show you all the slabs. All right, so this is the end of my Journey Together blister packs, blister lane packs. They were fun. Scooch in here. Got these 3 here for you, and then we just have about this many left. Ta-da! I sense an AR, says 6, probably because of the Tyranitar and Lucario boxes. Here we are. Well, yeah, so those would count as a restock, wouldn't they? So those were a reprint. Here we are. All right. I don't mind reprints. Reprints are a healthy thing, especially right now. Reprints are a good thing, even for, it's good for everybody. It's good for shops. It's good for customers. It's good for people who don't buy from shops. They just go online, whatever it is you do. It's good for everybody. So when a product is so popular that the price is way too high, reprints are a wonderful thing. So CS Man, I got a question for you, CS Man. What's your favorite Pokemon? Can you name like 3 of your favorite Pokemons? Or do you just strictly look for like value and rarity and stuff like that? All right, ready? Jared says, I was wanting to buy slabs. We got a lot of slabs. I got more than I could possibly show you guys in one stream. So what we do is we kind of work our way through them one at a time, okay? I got some that were never priced from the last return. Ooh. Gengar, Slowpoke, and Value. Gengar. Everyone wants Gengar. So the first thing I would say, we have a special Gengar break going on. It's the Mega Gengar. $40 break. You have a shot at the Mega Gengar. He's a super vintage card. He was printed before the original Pokemon base set was printed. And so that is a break Gengar. Actually, we have 2 break Gengars going on. So if you really like Gengar, you might consider taking a spot in each of those for $40. Also, we have a special case break. And that case in particular is special because it has Gengar in it. So I'll show you that in a moment. If you really like Gengar, those would be the things to take a chance on, you know, right? Because it's kind of a gamble. So those would be some of the ones to take a chance on. We're not done with you, Zach. Don't worry, we're not done with you. I'm going to just show them this real fast. That's the Gengar Master Ball, 1 in 19 odds. Now, if you're trying to pull this naturally out of 151, your odds would be like 1 in 150 because you only have, there's like 150 different versions of these Master Ball cards, and you get 1 Master Ball card per box. So you'd have to buy a whole box, and then you get 1 small chance for that Gengar. This is much better. And then let me show you the other one. So this is the Mega Break. That's the Mega Gengar. You can buy directly in for $400. Then your odds become 1 in 8. Or you can buy in at $40. And your odds are 1 in 10 over 8. See? Okay. And then finally, this is the other Gengar product. Here it is, the surprise case break. So there's a big Gengar in this break. I even wrote it down, Gengar. There's a big Gengar in this case that you will want to try and pull. You have to buy a whole booster box of it. So each one of these numbers is a booster box. It's not like a typical break where one person takes everything. Everyone gets their own booster box. That's called a case break. We host them from time to time. So those are all Gengar options. All right, so, and those are not direct purchases. Those are just Gengar options. So 15 of the Korean Rocket. Let's get it, man. All right. 40 for each or both. It's $40 per break here. These are breaks. $40 break, $40 break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 of these. Thank you so much. Slowpoke's a good one, by the way. We are. I like all the psychic types myself, so I'm a little biased. Slowpoke, Slowbro. Well, you know, if I was trying to acquire a really expensive Slowpoke, I would probably be looking into some of these niche sets. There are niche sets that have, you know, let me put it this way. So early on in Pokemon's history, they didn't really release any expensive Slowpokes. At some point, they released like 1 or 2 interesting full arts. Maybe, for example, Unified Minds comes to mind, the Slowpoke Psyduck. And that one's just okay, to be honest. So, you know, if you're wanting to have a really cool Slowpoke, there's Top Slowpoke, there's Poker Card Slowpoke, which looks really nice. There's even a Carddass Quest sticker Slowpoke. I think I have one. So I don't know where he is, but I think one just came back. I'll take a look into that. Oh, yeah, Houndoom. Look at that, Zach. Nice Houndoom, man. Okay, cold. Here's Sedotan. Where am I in the queue? Says Lewis. Hey, what's up, Lewis Castaneda? Probably not too far away, Mr. Lewis. We just got started, though. We are. And cold. I'm thinking of just opening Pokemon Japanese for Modern now. English packs are too hard to source and too expensive, and the quality is so random. Yeah, I mean, if you open up Japanese packs, the quality tends to be higher. The price is pretty good. Japanese is pretty collectible. And then if you want to go with the cheapest price, you go with Korean like this, see? This is the cheapest. So you can open up a ton of Korean cards. You can finish a set pretty quickly if you're trying to get like a master set. If you don't want to, you know, if you don't want to waste all your time on all the other sets. All right. If you don't waste your time on like English, paying $1 million to open English cards. There are. What is this vertical thing? Hey, what's up, Ding Ding? Hey, let me show you guys some data for vertical. Are you guys ready for this? So we hosted a vertical stream last night, and it had almost insane statistics to it. The stats on the stream were crazy. So this was last night's Friday stream, coming in with 4,500 views. Can you see that? 4,500 views. Wow. Compared to a typical nighttime stream, which gets 500 views. 4,500 views for last night's vertical stream. 500 views for the typical horizontal stream. Also, the subscribes are substantially higher as well. They were like 11 subscribes for 4.5 thousand, One subscribe for 500. So there is no question about it. The vertical streams are a much better stream format. Now, should we do regular horizontal? I think we should. I think what I'm going to do, though, we're always going to host a regular vertical stream. I'm not going to miss hosting a vertical stream that could bring in 4.5 thousand views. I'm not going to miss that. You know that a lot of those shorts people scrolling through, though. That's fair to argue, Ding Ding, but when you look at the subscribes are really, really consistent as well. Also, one of our biggest buyers, one of our biggest customers, his name is Trevor Carpenter. We actually just met him in the vertical streams. So he found this channel through vertical and quickly became one of the largest buyers. And so, you know, it's meet 4,000 people randomly or meet, I don't know, probably the same exact 500 people in the normal way. I don't know, man. It's just numbers. That's all it is. It's just numbers. The numbers are really clear. So we're not going to miss any vertical streams from now on. We are going to have additional horizontal streams, but vertical streams right now are the bigger priority. Your data tells. The data, that's crazy data. I mean, it's not like a close thing. It's not like 500 views versus 800 views. 500 versus 4,500. It's not even close. It's like, it's crazy how different they are, you know? So yes, subs is the decider. Yeah, so the subs are much higher as well, and we care a lot about that. We are trying to hit 100,000 subs as soon as possible, so I can do that big giveaway, which is going to feel really good when it goes off. So I have another Gengar, but I don't know whether to sell it or hoard it. You want to see another Gengar? Here it is. That is Carddass Quest Gengar. Just came back. Here we are. That is Carddass Quest Gengar. Now I have 2 of them. Beautiful. That's like the difference of selling on Facebook versus the traction you get on eBay. I'm not sure. But, you know, it's really wild how different those are. It's dramatically higher in vertical. And, you know, that's translating into new customers. It really is. But it's also translating into way more subscribers. Also, this doesn't surprise me because, you know, Mike's side and I, the majority of the content we make, like 99.9% of it, it's all shorts. We make shorts all day long. For like 6 years, we've made shorts. So if we're streaming in a shorts format, and then all these people who watch our shorts are notified or something, I would really not be surprised by that. We are. So people scrolling through shorts are running into our stream going, oh, I know this guy. I watch his shorts. You know what I mean? They are lovely. It's just the new thing, I guess. People watch vertical streams. No hoarding law. You said you need to sell. I don't know why, but those Carddass cards just don't catch my eye as much as some of the WOTC and other Pokemon cards. I agree. Here's the deal. Here's how it works, CSman. When you collect like a standard WOTC era card and you collect those for a long time like I have, one day you go, man, I want something different. And this is it. This is something real different. So for you, maybe you have not collected as many of the WOTC cards. I got a ton of them. And so for me, getting the weird stuff is like the game now. That's the hunt now for me, is the weird stuff, like this guy and this guy. These are, you know, they're very different, very weird cards. I get really satisfying feelings from these because I'm so tired of collecting the regular WOTC. You can collect like 2 WOTC Gengars, like Fossil or Jim Sabrina's Gengar, whatever. And then I guess you can get a third one if you want a third one. And then there's this point where it's not fun anymore. It's like, I already have this one. And then you want something different and new. And so this is different and new for me. And it'll happen to you too if you collect long enough. But that should tell you something very important. That should tell you something very important. There's definitely a market for this guy because, you know, people who are tired of collecting the older sets are looking for new weird sets. So there's clearly a market for it. And it's up to you to think, do I value that? Do I think that, hey, I want to get in on Quest Sticker Carddass while it's, you know, cheaper than $2,000 for the Gengar or something, you know what I mean? All right, let's see, because I think I saw one listed and he was a little cheaper. CS Min says, could you please check Discord? Okay, you sent me 10 bucks and you said check Discord. Let's see what you say. Let's see. Oh, yep, we uploaded those. Now, you sent me 10 bucks. I'm just going to give you that back store credit. Here you go. Okay, very nice. All right, very good. Old order. Okay, let me place this here. Oh, thank you, mister. No problem, man. So there's your 10 bucks back. I want to make sure you spend that on some nice Pokemon cards. And also, let me go into all messages. I realize I'm on Top Chat. Top Chat's so dumb. Here we go. Okay. So now We have an order from Phil Ross Adonato, 10 Japanese rocket packs. All right, cool. I was just talking to my supplier about Japanese rocket packs. I don't know whether or not to do a restock on these because I already have a decent chunk of them, but I paid the old price for them. I paid a lot for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He mentioned a new price on them, and it was a little bit lower, not hugely lower, but it was lower. And so it's tempting to do a restock at the new lower price. I didn't even know you could change the chat filter. I'm such a boomer. Yeah, so top chat, what it will do is it will filter out, obviously, troll messages, inappropriate words, people who are spamming. So if you guys ever come in here and spam or say something nasty, I might not see it at all. YouTube might just whisk it away. And then the mods are pretty fast, too. Here we are. All right. Which is why they're so good. Here's Orbital. So Philip pulling that Houndoom right away. That's a great pull, man. Here's Fardakuno. And a cold one. All right, cool. That was 10 packs of the Japanese rocket set. Nice. With this format, I'm almost thinking my kids are going to think I'm on TikTok. You are on TikTok. This is TikTok. Dad's on TikTok. Mom. We are. Mom, he's not allowed to be on TikTok. Dude, I watch a ton of TikTok. I watch TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and even occasionally Facebook. But usually Facebook only when I'm passing through on Facebook. So I'm going to go put this away, but I'm going to go find another Gengar to sell. It's the same one, but I think it has a older cert. I like this new younger cert on the one that I have. Let's see. I might have a Gengar over here, in fact. What do we got? Yes, I do. All right, so here we are. Tossing that away. So now that I have a fresh one, that means I have 2 of them. And if I have 2 of them, that means I'm ready to sell one. There we are. Actually, I think I have 3 of them. I think I already had 2 of them. But we have a price online, so we're going to mimic that price. Good. All right. Let's jump in here. And we're going to say Quest Gengar. So the cheapest Quest Gengar is $900. Nice. I'm actually going to, my gut tells me I could just hold it, but I'm actually going to offer this for $900. I think it's a pretty good deal for somebody who values not just, WOTC era Gengars, but all Gengars. What we know about this one is that it's from 2018, which makes it 7 years old. And here we are. It's got a very notable blocky Minecraft design. It's printed by Bandai Namco. Carddass is Bandai Namco. Come on, man. It's going to say something like pop 5 or 6 on it. Unfortunately, PSA doesn't look like it's working. Internal server error. Oh, that sucks. All right, so PSA is not working. But this guy's going to be population like 6 or something like that. It's really rare. Really, really rare. Okay, that's me pricing up a new card for the table. Let's go ahead and jump over here. We have Luke Casta. He wants a Journey Together. You got it, Luke Casta. Here you go. You only opened 6 packs instead of 10 on the... oh, really? He spent $60 on it, and my brain must have said... Here we go, 4 more. My brain must have confused the ideas. So it must have said he needs 6 packs because he spent $60 or something like that. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right. All right. So what do we have here? We got a cold one. Here's La Persia. Ooh, cold. Cold. Okay. Boop. Sorry about that, Mr. Philip. Mr. Phil. I had a neighbor named Philip when I was younger. There we go. He was a cool guy. I think Philip's a cool guy. Philip Adornato. Gabriel, how's it going, man? I said 6, says Philip. Oh, was that it? Oh, see, so okay, so I didn't make a mistake. I was willing to accept that I made a mistake, but I think he's saying that he actually said 6 in his order. Is that right? Now I don't feel as bad, but I can understand what happened. He sent for, yeah, okay, so, no, he didn't say 6 in the order. You said 10 in the order. No, I'm trolling. Oh, you're confusing me now. All right. Now we got Mr. CSman says Slowpoke first edition CGC 10 in the Discord server. Okay, that's the slab sale, everybody. Let's go ahead and rotate these real fast. So we got a nice Articuno. We got a nice, that's an off-centered Drapion. Centering is OC. And here is the Bowser break for a vintage, not quite vintage, but it's about 10 years old. That's a 10-year-old Bowser card. So it's not brand new either. Not freshly printed. Now, you mentioned the Slowpoke. Is that right? Let's go find it. He said it was a CGC Slowpoke, so it's probably near the top here, but I'm just going to go slow and make sure I don't miss it. Oh, there it is. So it's a Rocket Slowpoke. I'm going to go mark it as sold. Slowpoke sold. Long time ago, not a long time ago, but maybe a couple months ago, I was doing a thing where I wouldn't mark them as sold, and it was such a dumb idea because then they would sell and another person would buy the same slab, which is not a surprise. The best cards do tend to sell fast, right? And then I would dig through the box for like 10 hours going, where the hell's this slab? Can't find it. So we had to start marking these sold really consistently. You're not allowed to slack on that detail. Here's a nice Slowpoke too, by there's Slowbro right there. Did you catch that? He's pretty cool. All right, here's some more. Ooh, here's a nice Slowpoke 20th anniversary. Woo! Oh man, all over the cards. What a sneeze. Whoa. Where is it? Ugh. Left arm still hurting when I lift it. Here's a weird one. There's a Slow King. I don't know if you like Slow King. Slow King, I feel, is very different from Slowbro and Slowpoke. Where the hell's this card? I'm digging all the way to the bottom of the box. I hope it didn't actually already sell. I was just talking about how that would cause me to go mad. Here's a dark Golduck. Oh, there's a, check this out. That's a Slowbro. That's Koro Slowbro. Kind of cool. It's actually surprising how much of this kind of stuff I've got. Where the hell is this Slowpoke? All right. I can't find him. I think I have to assume he sold. Oh, he's the last card. He was literally the last card. Wow. Woo! All right. All the dust from Mr's huge collection. Yeah, I'm probably dying of dust. So there you have it. He didn't say he was going to purchase anything else, did he? You know, I realize I'm stuffing this all back into the box like an idiot. I didn't see if he wanted that other Slowpoke, but let me put this up here. Want the yellow deck cards. They're very good. Yellow deck is very good. You know, you'll run into more red deck, trust me. There'll be more out there getting graded. Yellow deck, I think, was a short print, and it's got Pikachu on the back. Ugh. That's good. That makes me a little pokey creamy, if you know what I mean. Okay. Oh, yeah. Now, you have just purchased some new cards, right? So wait a second. So let me take a picture of this for you in your little Discord server channel. In your little private CS Man channel. Here it is. Okay. Now you know you've got a Slowpoke. He's got to pin the menu. You want me to pin the menu? Will you get to the description? He never does on these vertical streams. Mister, I think I might just only buy slabs from now on. Grading cards is such a hassle. It's expensive. It's tricky. You often don't get good grades. Yeah, actually just buying slabs outright, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, why do you think I buy so many of my own slabs in my own collection? If you watch how I collect cards, often I just buy slabs, right? Like I bought this one. This is Scavalier. I bought this Quillfish. I bought a Quillfish, guys. I bought Magneton, Tyranitar. You guys are all wimps. You're all like, I only want Gengar and Charizard. I'm out here buying Quillfish and a Scavalier, okay? I don't want to hear it. Quillfish and a Scavalier and Magneton. I don't mess around with this whole Charizard only situation. That's because I've been doing this so long. You think Charizard's the only one that goes up. That's not true. Charizard tends to be the most overpriced card. You don't find a good deal with Charizard. All right, so now we got Christopher Houghton 3 Mega Braves. Mega Braves? Not Mega Wimpy? Mega Wimp. It's best to buy. Grade is really, if you want to, in case your collection, a quick clip. It's a little more complicated than that. Whether to buy or to grade is sometimes a function of understanding like grade rates and the cost of the sealed product versus the cost of the graded product. How many good things are in that set so that even if you miss the card you want, you pull something else. So it's actually kind of a complicated, is that Gengar 800? No, he's 900. That is a $900 Gengar. Now, 3 Mega Braves. We might have to get a new box of Mega Brave from the looks of it. It's not on this side, is it? I don't see it on this side. So I think we're getting a fresh box of the Mega Brave. Give me a moment. I gotta find some. Oh, no, I don't. It's right here. That's nice. Okay, Mega Brave incoming. Mimikyu is a rising star. It will be more popular than Mew in the future. Mimikyu, I like Mimikyu. I don't know if that will happen, though. I feel like there are limited Mimikyu artworks. He's not bad. He's a clever idea. Mimikyu probably lostens to Radiohead Creep. Here we are. But I'm a creep. All right. Ooh. Any pre-order ETB breaks? What are the most depressing Pokemon? Cubone and Mimikyu are definitely depressing. Name a couple other depressing Pokemon. Can you guys name any depressing Pokemons? Any pre-order ETB breaks? For what, the Mega Phantasma? That doesn't come out for like till November, right? Cold. PSA damaged a card in my last submission, so I'm working with GameStop to get everything figured out. I don't know what's going to happen, though. Kind of worried. Sucks, man. That sucks. The card has to be properly insured, and depending on how GameStop graded it, it might not be. So I hope it is. All right, let's price up a new Quest Slab. So this latest round of PSA, the big surprise in the submission were these Quest Pokemon. There are. Oops, that's the wrong size sleeve. The big surprise were all the Quest Pokemon that I graded. There are. Mimikyu is a depiction of social media. Yeah, it's very relevant. I would agree with that. It's a very relevant Pokemon. It's like the, what do they call it? Body dysmorphia. It's like the body dysmorphia Pokemon. So I would say it's very relevant Pokemon. Okay, so there is not one of these for sale. Let me check Vaporeon. Oops. Vaporeon, $300. Let me check Jolteon. I typed in Jolteon. So dumb, dude. You ever just feel dumb? Okay, so Flareon. Flareon's kind of he's kind of my favorite when it comes to the first three starters. I like Flareon a lot, but I think that's probably true for a lot of people. I'm going to put a price on him. I thought Mimikyu was beaten up by Pikachu. Poor Mimikyu. Mimikyu's just this Pokemon with trauma. Here we are. What are the most traumatized, sad Pokemon? I bet you AI could answer that question really fast. Let's see. Tell me what the 6 saddest Pokemon are. All right, let's see how fast I can answer this question. Okay, it says Cubone, Marowak, Mimikyu, Phantump, a ghost of a lost child in the forest. I didn't know that was what Phantump was. That makes it way sadder. Togepi. I don't agree with that. And then Gibble. Nah. No, I don't see it. So, but the Phantump one is legit, though. I didn't know that about Phantump. A Phantump is a ghost of a lost child in the forest. What? A child died and became a Pokemon. That's the backstory of Phantump. Pretty grim. Wow. Okay, let's get the, let's see if we can get the, here we are, population on this card real fast. Mewtwo somewhat sad. Oh, yeah, I would agree with that, actually. Yeah, Mewtwo's a tragic character, isn't he? So that's a good one, actually. So it goes Cubone and Mewtwo, Phantump, and Mimikyu. We got 4. We need 2 more. The saddest Pokemon team. Ryan says, did you see what I said? Are you saying like the turnaround time I used or something different? Oh, I don't exactly know how GameStop grading works. They do middleman service for you, right? Well, let's say you had a $1,000 card, but it was only insured up to $200. Well, then you're going to lose out on $800. Okay, so it just depends. It's like, so if it's a raw card and you valued it at 400 PSA 9, and then they crush it and turn it into a PSA 3, but they said it would have been a 9 otherwise, then you might get a nice payout. But if it's limited to $200, then you're not going to get that payout. So it depends on how GameStop submits it. I don't know what the rules between GameStop and PSA is. I don't know what their rules are. It kind of sucks. It's just part of the game. We are. All right. You know what should happen is if GameStop's using a low insurance submission option, which is kind of what I do, if GameStop's doing that, then they should be the one to cover the rest of the insurance. So let's say PSA is going to cover $200. GameStop should cover the other $200, assuming your card was worth $400 in a PSA 9. So let's say that happened with one of our cards. Let's say I submit a card to PSA, I give it $200 insurance, they crush it, it's actually worth $400. Well, guess who's covering the other $200? I am. All right, Mark J. Valerian, 2 packs of Gem 2 for Miss 6. Oh, that's nice. Although in our agreement, by the way, when you guys middleman grade with me, in our agreement, I do not do that. I do not guarantee to cover your card. Here it is. That is one of the things about middleman grading. In the past, CGC sent a whole shipment of my cards to the wrong address, and then they got it back, and then I never got it back. So they basically kept a whole shipment of our cards one time. CGC did. This was years ago, and there's a whole story to it because what had happened was I'd changed address, and then what I'd done is I'd updated my address on their website. But later they explained that doesn't matter. You actually have to update the address for every single order, not just, the website. And it's like, oh, well, it would be nice if your website told you that. And so after that incident, the website did start saying that. But it didn't for me when I did it, because this was very early on in their existence. This was like 5 years ago or something, 4 years ago. And so we lost a submission where I lost like $10,000. It was like a $10,000 submission. I lost all of my cards. I lost everyone else's cards, and they were good cards. And so very slowly, I had to start replacing all of them. I bought like PSA 10s or bought them out or whatever. And it was just really horrible. I lost so much money. It undid any profits I had made as a middleman, completely undid all those profits, and I probably went negative. So after that occurred, after that incident, I stopped doing middleman services because I was like, you do all this work, and then some stupid thing happens, and you lose all your money. Okay, this is from Mr. Mark to Miss 6. Oh, thanks, Mark. You make one stupid mistake, like you didn't know that you needed to update. And you know what happened? So here's what happened. So they sent not 1, but 2 shipments to my old address of CGC cards. And then I said, holy, that went to the wrong address. I updated my address with you guys. And they're like, oh, doesn't count. You have to update the order. And so I guess they said on their side, they received all the cards back from the wrong address. So I was like, oh, that's good. So I thought the problem was solved. Then they forwarded it to me. but the second order was missing. And I told them I didn't get the second order. And I fought with them. I was like, I'm going to sue. You know, I was saying that kind of stuff. I was pretty upset because it was like $10,000. And they're like, well, you can sue us and then we just won't do business anymore. And so, you know, I thought to myself, I was like, all right, you know what? I'm just going to scratch it off as a learning situation. $10,000 lost, whatever. We learned something. And really expensive learning mistake. And because I didn't really want to sue CGC, I just think that their system was kind of stupid. I don't think that was a good system. I mean, I shared my expression. I shared my opinion. I was like, your system should definitely warn people that it's going to not update the address if I change the main address. Right, we are. Let's see. Oh, where did I scroll past it? Challenge rolls. Ah, here it is, September. So anyways, it was really upsetting. And after that point, I stopped offering Middleman for a long time. And what brought me back was I could see people who are doing like, I guess you could say like competitors were doing middleman services themselves. And I was like, I got to compete. I got to have it too. And then also their prices were outrageous, dude. They were charging like $60 per grade and $45 per grade. And I was like, that is so high. And so I said, I could do that. So, you know, when I saw those prices, I was like, I'm just letting them have all the customers for this particular service. And I got back into it at that point. That was when I got back into it. But back then I said, you know, if another scenario like this occurs, I don't want to be responsible for it. If, you know, if for some reason the package gets lost by a third party, I don't want to be responsible. So here's CS Men saying, Steve's Consignment, Erica's Bulbasaur. You got it, man. We're looking up Erica's Bulbasaur. I'm your magic guy. Duskmorn is underpriced. Your collector's box are worth $500. I was wondering if I could buy 3 sealed at your asking price, and if you could put them with my bag. If not, that's okay. Oh, I think what you're saying is that you're coming in here and you're telling me that Duskmorn has moved up in price over time, and you would like to buy them at the old cheaper price. You can definitely do that. I'll take a look into repricing them. Here we are. Yeah, usually what happens when people start buying an item out, you know, as we get closer to a restock, or if they're selling way too fast, I take a quick, brief look at their current price, because as time goes by, the prices do change. So, but I appreciate you mentioning that. So you're saying Duskmorn costs a lot more. That's cool, man. Yeah, it's neat that the collector items for Magic the Gathering are doing so well. 3 packs, not 3 boxes. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. That's what I meant. We are Mr. CS Man. I meant 3 packs. I actually don't know how much of that product I have left. So this is a slab away. You ready? Oh, it's not a slab away. It's a consignment. He said consignment, not slab away. All right. Ta-da. Now, that's nice for Mr. Steez, because he's going to get paid out on that. Okay. Wait. Stex, not Steez. I was like, who am I looking for? Here you go. Who's Steez? Stex. Stex, our Jewish friend. Here we are. Somebody accused him of being Jewish. I was like, what? There's so, what? We have to unwrap this. All right. So that will be $95 going to Mr. Zach. Okay, cool. Steez Nuts. Oh, is his name Steez Nuts? I sent another message about the value of what I sent and stuff. All right, there we go. See this man. Tossing that up there. Okay. So that'll be fun. Okay. Oh, check this out. I thought I had one of these. So that is Carddass Slowpoke. Unfortunately, this one got a 9, not a 10. So I cannot sell it to you at a really high price like I'd like to, but that is an interesting one. Again, if you're a Slowpoke collector, at some point you get all the other Slowpokes. You've got them all. And then you're like, well, what don't I have? And guess what you're going to find out? You don't have the Quest sticker one. And then all of a sudden you're going to go, I want it. I want it. I want the Quest sticker Slowpoke. And so that's how it works with Pokemon. So you can't ignore Quest stickers. You can't ignore really anything. Anything that is graded 10 with Pokemon is dangerously valuable. Look at that. What's that going to be worth? That's crazy. So I feel like giving that to Jen as a gift, but I think she already has one. I don't know. But this is probably worth a lot of money. So I think I spent a lot of money acquiring these. I might just hold on to this one for my personal collection. Do you still have Psyduck PSA 1? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. There we go. Lovely. Look at that Psyduck. So I'll put this in this box over here. Oh, no, I'm going to put this right here. So I like Psyducks too, actually. I think they're adorable. Here, let's see. I'm actually a big Slowpoke fan as well. I like Slowpoke. I might get a lot of slabs. So if you want, you can take a picture of them all at the end. Oh, I see what you're saying. Instead of one at a time. All right. Let's see. Very nice. Okay, let me take a picture of this for CS, man. I'll do it as we go, actually. It makes more sense. Okay. So that is a CGC 10. CGC 10s are interesting because they're not treated as prestigiously as a PSA 10, but they're a lot cheaper than a PSA 10. So it's a trade-off. Okay. We have an order from CS Man Andy Consignment Slack Off. Oh, Slack Off. Well, today's the consignment day, huh? Andy Man. Slack Off. Let's go looking for that Slack Off. Some of these are pretty good, so it's kind of silly that other people didn't already snatch them. I saw a couple consignment slabs that I thought about buying. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Did Jen vanish from us? No, she still hangs around. I think she hangs around, but she doesn't talk. Here we are. Here we are. All right. If she's ever lonely, I hope she says hi. I would be happy to talk. Just be cool. She might have a very busy life right now. I don't know what Jen does. This it? Ah, Slack Off. This actually says Anthony Kalura. So, did he say it was? Yeah, he said it was Slack Off. There's not a second Slack Off this there. I think there is. No, it's this one because it's $89. Okay, good. So we found it. She comes in like once a week. There we go. She used to be really crazy. She would open a ton of stuff in the past, and that was really cool. And I'm always going to like her just because of that, you know, just because, you know, I respect her in the sense that she opens a lot of product, whether with herself or with another person or over here. It's just cool that she likes cards a lot. So obviously I like that personality, that sort of hoarding Pokemon cards personality. Okay. We got to make sure Anthony Kalura gets paid out on this. The DR Who also $400 a box. So you're saying Doctor Who is also moved up. Cool, cool. You know, that one really doesn't sell very often at all, the Doctor Who. Maybe I'm tempted to put that one up on eBay, but maybe not. Maybe you should just keep it over here and just have a lot of different things. Look at this Anthony Kalura card. He's got $3,483 with me. He could buy out the Gengar case. Here we are. All right. I don't know what he's planning to do with all that. He told me he kind of took a break from Pokemon while he's working on some medical bills and just told me to get these sold. So maybe this is going to be his playing around money. If he's going to cash it out, though, I have to have a different figure, so I don't know how that would work. So this is going to be plus 3483. 3,547. Did I say that right? That's a lot of cheddar. That is a lot of store credit. You are correct. So those are all consignment sales. Here we are. Let me take a picture of this. Okay. The Lo-Fi Radio Group put out a Halloween channel. Zombie Girl animation and everything. Can I borrow 3,000? It is possible to make a loan with me. I'll give you cash as a loan. The way it works, it's a consignment loan. So you give me your cards. I open up a consignment for your cards. and then you pay those cards back off. In the meantime, I have purchased your cards from you, so whatever we valued it at, you get that in cash. It's almost exactly like a pawn loan. It's basically a pawn loan, isn't it? It's a pawn loan that you can pay off over time. So it's basically a pawn loan yet. It's the same idea. Yeah, I buy your cards from you, and then you put them into Slab away and pay them back. We have an order, Julio Oliveira, 5 packs of Code Geass. Could I have the action points? Yes. Code Geass. Yes, you may. I'm not going to pull this down, am I? No. Okay, where are my Code Geasses? There it is. Lovely, lovely Code Geass. He said, how many of them? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. And a 5. Nice. Ooh. If you guys are looking for something to open tonight, Prismatic is cheaper now. We've gone down to $16. Another note, nobody has pulled the red Victini. And we still have white flare ETBs where you might be able to pull that red Victini. Okay. My Journey Together pack got skipped. I went back to look at the stream. I'm just a paying customer. Ooh. Louis Castaneda says he ordered a pack. Give me a second here. Louis Castaneda, one Journey Together. It says for Japanese Journey Together. Oh. What did we open for you? Did we open, how did that even happen? Here we are. Luke Casto, let's get you 2 of them, okay? You got 2 of them coming your way. So, yes, you had to wait a while for your turn, but the benefit is double booster packs, okay? So I apologize for that. I don't even remember what happened. You're saying this got missed, huh? Lou Costa, did you have a bag, Mr. Lou? Can you remind me? Maybe it was the case that I had to go get more packs. I don't remember. I think that's what it was. I think we were sold out of packs. I had to leave the room and get more. Articuno, wow. Okay, and then also, Articuno's a good one. And then also, we've got Veluza. There you are. Sorry about that, man. Weird. You know, I can't remember looking for your bag, so I'm confident you're right that I never opened it. But I can't remember what went wrong. I think the problem was I didn't have any of the packs in the room, so I must have gotten distracted after I told myself I needed to go find some. All right, so what's this? Let's move these over here and these over here. This is an Isaac Thomas bag. Now, Lou. Did Lou say he had a bag? He did not. He said global shipping. Hey, yes, we do global shipping. I've been global shipping for 6 years. I have a lot of experience doing global shipping. And you can have me ship your cards for you. Lou. I have a question. Is it global shipping, and where and how can I find the shop? Yes, it is. It is global shipping. And to answer the second part, it's in the description of the live stream, which you can find in the upper right-hand corner of the stream. Prices and how to order in description. Gonna make a big bag this time. Sounds like you need a new bag. Is that right? Let's go get a new bag. All right. So sorry about that. I really didn't mean to miss this. Here we go. You did good this round, though. That Articuno is good. We are. He's definitely going to be valuable over time. That'll probably be one of the best cards in the whole set, if I had to bet. 9.25, so there's the age of your bag. We're going to jump back to this current order for Mr. Julio now. All right, how did I miss that? I'm still trying to figure it out. Okay, here we are. Are those whiskers? I don't know what I'm looking at. Here's Gurin MK. Oh, did you ever open the giveaway box from Friday daytime stream? I think I won it. I did not. I was waiting for you, so you get to see your own results. And you appear to be here. What's up, J-Dog? Congratulations on that box. I think I was telling people we want you to be able to see the opening. Usually when we discover who the winner is, it's right at the end of the stream. And so I say, we'll just wait for we'll wait for a stream where I can open it up for them. You ready? Here's Kalen, Gekka, and what's this? Gurin MK. Nice. Star card. All right, let's check for action points. Mechs or ladies? Let's go. Okay, I don't see any action points in here. Action points are pretty obvious cards. So if you guys will give me a moment, we're going to open up J-Dog. J-Dog, what's the name of your bag? We're going to open J-Dog stuff. I watched that YouTube video of the guy going through Detroit. It's a guy who does sort of like journalism. He kind of shows off the bad parts of town. That's what he does. And he had almost 1 million views in 9 hours. It's crazy. So I know some of you guys might have watched that too. Here it is. Thank you so much for that. Don't have one, Justin. All right, Justin it is. Welcome, Justin. So this is a gift from Strawberry to you just for hanging out, being part of the crowd. Let's go ahead and open this up. Miss Strawberry, she's a top customer. She's had some really amazing moments on the stream. All right. Hope her stuff grades well. Did you see the Karen taking the baseball from the father at the Phillies game? Oh, yeah. That was everywhere. That was everywhere. That was all over the place. There we go. She deserves all the negativity she's getting. I'm so tired. I've seen that for years. She's from a long line of people who have done that behavior, and I'm so sick of it. Don't you hate watching that? It just ruins it. I don't care if the ball has like a monetary value. I don't even know what it would be. Would it be like $1,000, $500? How do you rip that away from a kid? It makes me so mad, dude. She's like demanding it from the kid. Hey, that's mine. God, gross, dude. She does it. It's not just her, though. It's a lot of adults have done this. There's a lot of video clips just like that, and it's so... it just reminds you that we're like monkeys or something, dude. We're all monkeys. We're all monkeys trying to eat each other. It's so gross, dude. All right, here goes. Yeah, I didn't like that. Oh, your hit comes out right away. It's this Rocket Femboy. Okay, let's see what else we get. F them kids. I know, right? Cleveland under construction since 1799. There's a little Tyranitar. The camera focused on him in the stadium, gave the kid a ball, hat, and bag. And then the guy who hit the home run met the kid afterwards the game to give him his bat he signed. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, I think society clearly does not like that behavior. And it's a really intense thing that just sort of talks about human nature, you know. We are. But you never know. Maybe she's got a perspective. Maybe she's dying from cancer, and this is her cancer wish to have, you know, so you can't assume everything. But assuming she's just a normal, you know, not suffering white lady who's mad she didn't get the baseball, I don't know, dude. It makes me sick, dude, watching that kind of stuff. I get so sick and tired of it. My period. Yeah, I saw that. Somebody got a still shot of her, like, doing big eyes and an open mouth looking at the ball. And then they edited a... there we go. They edited a My Precious onto it. Really, really funny. A Golem. There we go. Gorabis. We're going a little fast here, Mr. Justin. Oh, Clam Pearl. I'm clutching my Clam Pearl. There we are. All right. Ooh. Ah, the Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Moltres. Blaziken. And Cold. All right. Think nice, villain. So what do you guys think I had a pin to the top of the comment section? Let's go ahead and grab your bag for you. Very nice. You want to see that again? Clay and Pearl coming out. Weezing coming out. Persian, Wobbuffet, and Team Rocket Minion. Thank the CEO that took the hat from the kid at the tennis game. There we go. People do be acting crazy. Okay, you're going in the JU box. That's a solid box. They're all solid boxes. Those Korean boxes are so nice to open. Those are $50 a box if you guys are wanting to open one tonight. Okay. Speaking of Lord of the Rings, here's the Nazgul guy. Look at the, let me zoom into this. Look at the blurriness on that PSA slab. That's not the card. That is the slab. The splotchiness is the PSA slab itself. Imagine this card sitting in a nice tag slab. It would look so much better because tag doesn't have that stinky problem. Pretty big deal in my opinion. Let's price up a new card. We've got this Pokemon Yellow Professor Oak. So it's a PSA 8. That means it's going to be affordable. How nice will that be? Okay. PSA didn't wipe the plastic down. Something, man. That splotchiness is a very consistent problem for PSA slabs. And again, you don't have that problem with the tag slabs, and that's why everyone was watching them going, they look nice. It's because, yeah, it's because your alternative is the splotchy, ugly slab. PSA, you know, I feel like it's not like it's something PSA couldn't fix, right? So they've got a competitor named Tag with a really nice holder, and you don't have that splotchiness in a tag slab. Tag slab's like crystal clear. Look how clear that is. You almost couldn't detect that a slab's even there. Like, you can't tell that there's plastic there. That's how clear it is. And so they've got a competition with that. PSA could just update their slabs and fix it, but they're not going to. They're going to continue using their ugly-ass slab because they have no reason to improve. Jeffrey Trevino sent in a big order. Jeffrey Trevino. What are you buying here, Jeffrey? Was it one of these slabs up here on the table? Jeffrey Trevino. What is he buying? Tag does have the clear, nice plastic. I still prefer BGS. Everyone call it the nasty person doing what's been done since sports started. Yeah. Mister, could you tell me how you find your prices for cards that are not on eBay or like the last sold is months ago? It's just made up. Prices are always just made up. Here we are. Here's Magikarp. Let's see. Oh, okay. The 3 Magic Duskmorn packs. Got it. Got it. Okay. So, I forgot about that. Mr. Jeffrey, let's jump into that. Look at these. I got some interesting booster slabs. You guys like booster slabs? Also, look at this bad boy. That's neat. That's Tark here. 1, 2, 3. Well, that finishes my current box of Duskmorn off. Let me just make sure I have more Duskmorn, because if that sells the box off, I don't want to try to sell any more of it. All right, I'll be back. All right, we do have more Duskmorn. We're going to set it at a new price. Is Mister, I highly recommend if you're able to do streams like this, the best way to get people to know where the menu is you get a bot and set it up to activate on exclamation menu. Here we are. Tell me a little more about that. What do you mean? Like, okay, so we give it a link to what? The YouTube description? I don't think that works. I don't think you can get a link to the YouTube description itself. Okay, fresh box. Oh, yeah. And what that also means is we need a price update. You mentioned that they're a little more pricey now. Thanks for that. A little bit of information. I missed my full... So, full screen's not fully going away. It's not fully going away. So, how bad of a price difference was this? It's a massive price difference. These are massively underpriced at the price you got them at. I tell you what, go ahead and have them. Thanks for being honest about the price change. That's crazy. That's a massive difference. The new price per pack shall be $78. All right, so we need to keep an eye on this. We were selling Duskmorn at just $29. Jesus. And you said the Doctor Who is a different price too? I think it's interesting that that went on for so long. It tells you that, you know, people are not paying that close of attention to it. All right, let's see about this. Okay, so Doctor Who shall change to $55. Oh, it was on sale anyways, but it's going to change to $55. You know, if you wanted, you could tell me if anything else is off price, if something should be much higher. That'd be nice. All right, Jeff. It would explain how to see the menu on its own. Can you keep sealed, please? Yeah, we can do that. Is it because you're going to resell them? We are. We can do that. It's your product. It's your property now. Let me go. Let me go grab this. Your brain goes into sort of like a mode where it doesn't want to. There we go. Do something like that. Isn't that funny? All right. It's your property, not my property. You bought it. Do whatever you want with it. Now, let's see. Let's find your bag. In this case, if we open it up, you will get all the cards in the pack anyways, because that's how the collector booster packs work. You get all the cards. Okay? All right. Doctor Who been out for a few years now, too. Aether Drift plummeted. Aether Drift, huh? There we go. I don't know much about Aether Drift. I don't know much about any of them, to be honest. I'll be all right. You know, I actually had 4 boxes of Duskmorn left. So, you know, if the price went up that much, it's kind of weird, but I, like, did well on Magic. I have to look at Magic more carefully now because those are some impressive price changes every time. They really are. Okay, what do we got going on here? We got Martin Ramirez. He says 4 of the Korean rocket. Martin Ramirez, 4 rockets. Collector sets are getting crazy expensive. That's cool, huh? All right. Very good. Here's Martin Ramirez. Collector sets are getting crazy. Here's Zamazenta. Cold. Persian. And Kangaskhan. That's not bad from 4 packs. It's not bad. Hey, what's up, Mix? How's it going, man? Hope you guys are enjoying the Saturday night, Sunday morning stream. This is the late night stream. It's only been an hour. Been here 3 years, only 16 as a member. Oh, cool, man. All right, Mr. Martin. Yeah, you know, if you are here and you feel like you're going to be here for a long time, start that membership up early. It's only $2 per month. Really not that much money. And, you know, because 3 years later, you might be like, oh, I should have started my membership. I'd have a 3-year-old membership by now. But that's the thing. You never know when you're going to end up somewhere for a long time. Let's see. Mr. Martin. My drunk driving commander deck is rocking all Aether Drift lands. Drunk driving. Okay. Bada bada boom. Not in here. New bag. Member pricing. Member pricing. Here we are. Oops. Let's see. There we go. Did I miss something? Why did that guy get hidden? Did that guy say something naughty? Maybe I didn't see it. Oops. All right. Mr. Martin. We got your bag right here. What's that Professor Oak card? Is it TCG? This is 1998 vintage Professor Oak poker card. It's a poker card. Like for playing poker and blackjack. See? These are a collectible Pokemon card you might not have known about until now. So I'm kind of teaching a lot of people, actually, that they even exist. And my theory is that they go up in price over time as more people learn about them. Because they're pretty cool. It's from 1998. This is the much more desirable yellow deck with Pikachu on the back. Pikachu and Charizard seem to be the popular ones. Saying hi is a mobile auto phrase. Yes, it was a... Oh, okay, I wasn't sure if he did something real naughty or something. So let's go ahead and pin, give me a second, a comment. Let's see, we're going to pin menu in the description. Let's see. So I should be able to pin this. There it goes. All right, cool. Now I'm going to close this down. Now, what's the oldest order from this point? Let's find the oldest order. So the oldest order will be Lou Casta asking for a trick-or-treat pack. You got it, man. Yeah, so the trick-or-treat cards are awesome. I'm surprised we don't open quite a lot more of these. Here it is. Trick or trade. Ooh. All right. Nice. You've got Chandelure, Mimikyu, and Pumpkaboo. We were just talking about Mimikyu. Look how nice that is, guys. The trick or trades. What do you guys think of those trick or trades? I happen to be a big fan. Mr. Lou. All right. Mimikyu it is. Did you get my slab order? I assume I got your slab order. The Slack Off and the Erica's Bulbasaur, I got those two. Was there another one? Let me log into PayPal and see if there's a secret third one. I wish I could just disappear. No, Labubu when? Oh, yeah, so I watched that South Park episode, the Labubu episode. Honestly, I just didn't feel that entertained. I honestly did not think it was that good. I mean, they were like trying to capitalize off of the off of the popularity of Labubu, which makes sense. So they were talking about a trending subject, but by the end of the story, I was like, what was I supposed to care about here? What was I supposed to, it didn't feel like there was any direction to it. So weird. So I see the order in PayPal, but it's not in my emails. So it says here, Team Rocket returns Meryl. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Team Rocket returns Meryl. I know which one you're talking about. That's going to be over here. Oh, no. Where are we at? Okay. The season for South Park, this season for South Park has been awful. Yeah, they had me interested for like a minute when the character Satan had like the little black box, and they were building up a little bit of anticipation for something like interesting or funny to happen. But then it was just him like, whatever, like him pregnant. It was like, well, there goes the anticipation. They introduced it and finished it in one video. So I thought, oh, maybe there's an overarching, really funny joke going on here, and it's gonna last for a while. And maybe it will. Like maybe he'll give birth to like the Satan Trump baby or something like that. But it was just over so fast. I was like, all right. When the girls got the Labubu and they were like summoning whatever, and then it was just regular Satan, I wasn't really sure like how to react to that. It feels like almost like an overused South Park trope. There we go. They're like satanic rituals and stuff like that. And then nothing really came out of it. It was almost like I wasn't invested in it. I wasn't invested in that story. They didn't get me invested into it enough. And then they didn't have any real commentary about Labubu at all. Right? Like it almost felt like they were going to say something about Labubu pop-up shops. They didn't really say anything about it. Here we are. All right. It's more like South Park was saying, look at these Labubus, huh? I was like, yep, that's the Labubus. I thought they would have more to say, maybe. And every single episode has just been like Donald Trump. All right. And by the way, we had a whole conversation about this the other day. We talked about how I personally felt South Park started to suck around the time they changed their style, where their videos would run. It was like a overarching story across many episodes, and I said that was around the time that I stopped liking South Park as much. Here you go, Mr. Adam. So you're going to pick up $40, Adam. Well, I feel more justified in that opinion because that's exactly what's going wrong here. Here it is. All right. Unless you're spitting your drink out laughing every time they do the Satan Trump joke over and over and over again, if that's like the funniest stuff ever to you after 4 episodes, it's just the same joke over and over, isn't it? If you're watching Beavis and Butthead, if you're watching King of the Hill, if you're watching, I don't know, Futurama or some of these other reboots, if you're watching anything else, they would have moved on to a new joke by now. And yeah, it feels dialed in for sure, man. There it is, Mr. CS Man. JD Vance looks hilarious. I agree with that. The JD Vance being a little man is actually really funny. Leaf Green Wigglytuff. Look at that. So, ooh, well, there's that Grand Theft Auto music. Wigglytuff Anyone else have a feeling the baby's going to be Saddam Hussein? Who knows, man? Who knows? They're definitely going to introduce a baby, though, right? Yes. All right. It does feel sort of like, you know what's crazy? It feels kind of like the episode was written by AI. It doesn't feel like it's them anymore. It feels like it's somebody else. I don't know who the writer is, but it doesn't feel like the original writers. Okay, Wiggly, tough. The voice acting's the same, and they have a lot of nostalgic characters, but it's clearly someone else writing these episodes. This is how it feels anyways. Okay, here we are. Okay. That's Wigglytuff from the leaf green deck. Very rare, very, very rare. Combine Labubu and Trump, hating for me AI. Something like that. Like, almost as if one of the writers, or maybe the Matt and Trey said, give us something, write us an episode about Labubu. You know what I mean? We are. All right. You never know that they have that immense pressure to create the episode very rapidly. And they talk about AI a lot. And they did have that episode where they had AI write some of the episode. So you have to assume they're probably sitting down and filtering everything through AI. Here it is. Ooh, gym leaders. Sounds like they are compromised. No, I miss like the old episodes. Like, I'm super ethereal and stuff like that. I miss stuff like that, where Cartman eats like a ton of treasure in a cave. That feels really, I don't know. It's like so fantastic that only the South Park creators could have made an episode like that. And I feel like what they're doing now almost just feels like they're just recycling older content that they've already made. All right, like, for example, Trump being Saddam Hussein. Well, we already have Saddam Hussein, but back then he was an original idea. Okay, we're going to say poker gym leaders. Should I keep some of these gym leaders? I mean, this is a cool freaking card, man. Let's take a look. So gym leaders red, $325. Jesus, dude. All right. Poor Tally, though, huh? How about the previous episode? Poor Tally. Okay, that's some poker cards there for you guys. Obviously, we're seeing a lot of poker cards get priced up. That's because that's what I got graded last. You already have one for sale. Oh, then we got two for sale. Nice. Okay. Next up, we have Jared. Jared line 2 of the Halo packs. These are vintage Topps Halos. Not to be confused with the more modern, recent Halo packs that are much more affordable. These are the expensive, unaffordable ones. But they're authentic Topps. So they're highly desirable. We sell through a lot of these, actually. You know, I used to have a lot more in storage, and we have sold so many, there's not as much left. All right. Very nice. Very good. Ooh. I felt like the whole pop-up shop, Shitty Walk, I feel like they're, you know, it's funny, they make fun of Trump, but at the same time, I feel like they were kind of making a statement about how maybe the United States is taken advantage of by cheap Chinese production of, you know, stuff you don't really need. The way the guy was arguing about, oh, I no pay tariff, you pay tariff, or whatever he was doing with them, right? We are, ooh, the Hunter, that's nice, man. And I felt like that commentary it was really weird. It is. Rescue Operation. Ooh. Here's One to the Dome. And Ready for Battle. Ooh. Walk broke. Mister, for your lantern on eBay, PSA 10 Pop 10 is $185 the current price. If that's the price on eBay, then that is the current price. But what I can do for you is if you buy it directly here, like if you don't buy it on eBay, you buy it from me direct, I'll take 10% off. So you can subtract like 18 bucks off of it. There we are. All right. Here's the Scorpion. Jackal. Okay, here's Charging the Scarab. Ooh. Forerunner Library. Ooh. You rang? Oh, no. So the problem for you, Mr. Jared, is you open 2 packs, but no holo cards. So here are my thoughts, Jared. The next pack might be holding a holo. Because it's every couple of packs you get some sort of, you know what I mean? You get some sort of better pull. These 2 packs will be cold packs. But Despite that, even these non-hollows, when they grade 10, they go up substantially in value. So if you can get any of those uncommons, those common uncommons to grade 10, you're going to do fine on them. It's just we would prefer to hit a, you know, a nice thing, wouldn't we? We're fishing for a hit. Where are the hits? I want my hits. All right. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that the South Park episodes feel like the original writers still, or do you feel like that it's changed or something? It is, or like maybe the quality's gone down? All right, we've got Jolteon. It doesn't make me laugh the same way. Here's Arcanine. Maybe they still got some really good episodes coming up soon. Okay, here's a Gyarados. Gyat! I'm going to take a couple more pictures here. We're going to picture all of these. Here's a Lickitung. All right, now pull these out of my way. Take a nice picture for our Discord server. There we go. This is going to be under all slabs. Clicking that. Okay. All the conservatives getting mad at the new South Park season is hilarious to me. LMAO. Here's Lickitung. Here's a Scavalier. Here's Arcanine. Here's Vaporeon. Here's Gyarados. Beautiful. Look at those beautiful slabs. Ooh. And we'll toss it over here. Where does it go? It goes over here. Very nice. Next up, we've got... Let's see. Alejandro Martinez. He says 5 packs of the Obsidian Flames. Flame on! You got it, man. Let's see. Grab this. A 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's a way to make fun of Donald Trump and make fun of conservatives. It's just that, I don't know. It really, you know, if you're looking at it from as much of an unbiased position as you can, I feel like some of the things you bring up are kind of valid. Like, let's say the parts of the episode that are not about whatever Donald Trump or something, I feel like in general it's kind of weak. Like, again, going back to the Labubu thing, what did they actually say about Labubu? They didn't. I thought they were going to have something interesting to say. They didn't say anything. Let me go grab some Obsidian Flames. I thought there was something interesting was going to happen with that, and it didn't really happen. All right. Ooh. Let's go ahead and open these. I thought the AI episode wasn't bad. I thought the ending where Cheryl kind of figured out how to talk like AI, I actually thought that was really funny. Same with the microdosing the ketamine. Here we are. Also, that episode was interesting because it sounds like they're ending the whole Randy, you know, what is this? It sounds like they're ending the whole thing with Randy being Integrity Farms, and that sounds really good to me because that was such a played out joke. We are. And that maybe that's the conversation. Is like maybe some of their jokes are getting played out a bit. The Colbert situation's hilarious. What exactly is going on with Colbert? He got like in trouble by his network or something. Labubu was for butters only. The only thing in Labubu was tax and walk is dead. Walk is dead. What do you mean walk is dead? I might have missed that. You mean cheaty walk? Did you hear one con banned person-to-person sales trades, no tables, no sales? Hold on. Let me read this. Did you hear one Collecticon banned person-to-person sales? No table, no sales. That's interesting. That is interesting. You know, because I was thinking about that myself when I was in the Kansas City Collecticon. I realized, you know, I have a pretty sufficient collection of slabs. I could walk in there with like a suitcase and just go around trying to offload all of my suitcase to anyone, including vendors, but not just vendors, but just like people who are there. And so I could hang around tables and listen to what people are buying and selling and being like, hey, you need a slab? I got a slab for you. And not have to pay their vendor fee, get around their vendor fee. Also, I think it's probably annoying for vendors to be negotiating a deal and then another person who's standing at the table, a customer who's standing at the table, he cuts into the deal and says, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't make that deal with the vendor. Make that deal with me, and I'll give you a little bit of a better price, you know? But so that's probably, you know, it's an interesting thing because it's sort of like a conversation about whose store is this? Well, it's definitely the Collecticon store, and the Collecticon serves the vendors. What just happened? Poppy just jumped. Here we are. All right. All right, there we go. Poppy. So the Collecticon serves the vendors, and the vendors pay Collecticon. So I think for them to make it exclusive for vendors to sell, it might not be as popular for the customers who are just ultimately looking for the lowest possible price, but it just makes sense. You know, everything costs money. You got to grease some wheels. To get a table, you got to pay probably a lot of money. For Collecticon to organize everything, probably costs like $1 million. If you think about it, they gotta take over a convention center for a while. They got to get all these big names down. They got to get talent. They got to get security. They got to get insurance. They got to get, you know, they got to get workers to do the tickets and everything. So they hire a bunch of people to clean, to set things up. Yeah, I mean, it probably costs like, I don't know how much it costs. I don't think it costs $1 million. Actually, let's ask AI. AI might actually know. Hold on, give me a second. I ask AI everything now, don't I? How much do you think it costs the Collecticon company to host a Collecticon in Dallas? I picked Dallas, Texas, because that's a busy one, right? Okay, let's see. Staffing and operations, marketing and promotion, production and infrastructure. The total estimated cost is probably $495,000. That's $500,000. That is $500,000. Probably $500,000 is what AI thinks. Wow, that's crazy, man. Ooh. So yeah, the vendors definitely pay a tax to be there. And then for you to come in and act like a vendor, but without owning a table, they're going to be like, hey. All right, let's see. That's an interesting thing. I think you will see more of that. You'll probably see more, hey, you're not allowed to sell unless you're a vendor rules. Let's see. Just like if you go into Walmart and you want to sell a product you imported, maybe you're a product importing kind of person, and then you want to go set up a table at Walmart. Walmart's going to say, you can't do that. This is our store. Get out of here. Mr. Alejandro, new bag? We doing a new bag, Mr. Alejandro? This looks like a new bag situation. Let me get you a new bag. Let's see. Let's see. It's just convenient to blame Trump per usual. Oh, you guys are talking about the South Park episodes. So the South Park episodes feel very sort of like they do feel a little politicized. One thing that South Park specializes in, they specialize in talking about politics, but they tend to do this clever thing where instead of agreeing strongly with the left or strongly with the right, they come up with a really funny political take, you know? They tend to do that. This time around, I don't think they've really done that. I think that this time around, they're just saying Trump's very bad and there's no way around it. And so our goal is to sort of like, you know, what's the word? Lampoon him really bad. I don't know if that's the right word. Is that the right word? Mr. Alejandro, thanks, man. And I think that it's going to split their audience somewhat. There we go. But maybe not. I don't know. I don't know who watches South Park more, conservatives or Democrats. So I think they'll be fine. I think that in order for them to do it, they should try to be like, still try to be really funny about it. You know what I mean? Like the joke should hit really well. Here's Evie. Here's Snivy. And here's Starmie. Let's see. Bathroom pack battles. I should have a bag still, says Alejandro. Oh, thank you. Okay, so when you guys place an order, it really helps if you mention that. Let's go looking for that bag, Mr. Alejandro. All right. Yeah, if it doesn't say you have a bag and I don't see it right away, I'll just assume you need a new one. Ah, here we are. Found it. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and transfer these into the original bag. All right. I might have a delay on my end. There we go. Alejandro Martinez. Very nice. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having a nice day, guys. Hope you're having a nice weekend. You know who is having a nice weekend? Miss Karis. She's my wife. She's having a good weekend. Here's CS Man. He says he wants the Sandstorm Sandshrew. Dang, dude. All right, sounds good. He's taking a lot of these consignment cards. We are looking for Sandshrew now. Let's see. I think it was more of a timing issue than anything, but they phrased it in an odd way, made it seem like payback. Political environment is too volatile to appease one side. Here we are. They generally do that. You know, they generally make fun of politics and politicians in general. And I feel like South Park has always had sort of like a fresh take on things, you know? They have a fresh take. And this time it doesn't really feel that way. This time it feels really sort of in one direction. And I don't know how that's going to work out for them long run. But not only are they really one-sided on it, or at least it seems that way for the moment, because I wouldn't be surprised if they did some kind of odd twist later. They might have an odd twist later. I have faith that South Park will find a way to make the episodes really funny, because they've done such a good job for so long. But if the joke is just that Trump's having sex with Satan, it just feels like an easy joke, doesn't it? It's like you could take like Obama and give him buck teeth too, you know? They could have done that. And be like, he's got buck teeth. Ha! It's like, whoa, this is top quality comedy. Let's see, we'll grab this. All right. Must be a lot of pressure to have to write those episodes, you know? Every single time you write something, it's got to be, you know, triple A quality product. It's got to be the good stuff. Everyone's finding it so funny. Your jokes are so good. We are. It's a lot of pressure to be a comedian, probably. I just picked up 5 slabs from you. The F? What? They're not even pricey. You picked up the cheap ones. You got to pick up some of those $4,000 slabs. Here we are. Ooh, look at that Sandshrew. Very nice, Mr. CS-Man. Okay. So, well, you know, they had a big debate on what platform they were going to be on for the new season. Oh, interesting. I didn't know about that. Is it because, let's see, were they worried that the platform would not like their jokes, or does Caleb need a new card? Do you think I should get that lantern? I don't know. I don't have anything against the lantern, obviously. Is it a PSA 10 vintage card? You're never really doing a bad job if you just buy something that is vintage. But it's not like you're buying Gengar. But, you know, you're going to find that the Gengars are really expensive. But they're expensive for a reason. It's because everyone wants them. And the lantern's going to be cheap. Well, the lantern's going to be cheap because not everybody wants lantern. Just some people want lantern. Ultimately, it all eventually sells. I've never had a Pokemon card that does not sell eventually. It all sells. Okay, so you're going to pick up $54 on this, Mr. Caleb. Very nice. Okay. Take a picture of this for you. Okay. I can give you my opinion on the slabs that I think are really good. You know, your question is probably along the lines of, what do you think is most investable? I would say, first of all, you've stuck to 10s, which is not a bad idea. The only time you should be buying like 9s is when that card is really, really, really expensive in a 10. Also, when it's really, really, really rare in a 10. That's the other scenario. So, you know, picking up, if you're going to pick up like a common, uncommon card, make sure you get into 10. It would be my advice. And you can still collect in 9s and 8s and 7s if you want. It just means that you like cards that are more affordable, and that means you like to have a lot more cards, right? Like here's a nice 10. Look at that. That's nice. There we go. Oh, mister, I just remembered. Did the kitten find its way home? So Karis got super depressed over that thing. I did not know this, but that cat had been visiting her for like 4 months. See, I didn't really mess around with the cat myself because I do have cat allergies. So he would like sleep in bed with her. We're live right now. It's 2:42 a.m. in the morning. So she would be like in sleep in bed and the cat would sleep with her. I didn't know all that. Well, I sort of knew, but I didn't really think too much about it. So, you know, it was like 4 months had gone by and she was kind of attached to that cat. So she got really depressed when the cat went. The neighbor found the cat and gave it to his daughter, who came down for Labor Day weekend, and she took that cat to Louisiana. And so she was real depressed about it. She's been having a very, very bad year. Karis has been having a very bad year for multiple reasons. And I guess having that little cat has been nice for her. She didn't necessarily want to get rid of the other 2 cats. That was me. I demanded that we got rid of the cats because of some pretty serious issues they were causing. And the neighborhood cat was good because he would just go to the bathroom outside and, you know, it was easy. He didn't spend the whole time inside. So, but she's having a better day because we talked about it for a long time and we just adopted a cat. So we went to a cat like adoption center. And so now she's got a little cat again. And I don't know, we'll find out how it works out. But the plan is probably to teach the cat how to be an outdoor cat a little bit. We'll see what happens. We don't want to do anything wrong with it. But it's just 1 cat this time. And also we're getting pretty close to moving. That's the other thing. So we might be coming up on some big changes here soon. All right, let's see. Neighbors gave the cat to his daughter. It's in Louisiana. At least it's okay. That's the excuse. They probably ate the cat and the dogs. That's right, just like Trump said. Okay, so now we've got Mr. CS Man. Team Rocket returns Meryl. Well, we already did that one. Yeah, we already did the Meryl. There we go. Yay, what's his name? I don't think there's a name. Here's Jared Line. 2 more, please. You got it, Mr. Jared. Smart move, in my opinion. I know I'm supposed to say that because I'm supposed to open these for you, but if you open 2 cold ones, that might be followed by 2 hot ones. We're going to find out. You ready? All right. Okay, hairless cat with tattoos. It's a short hair, and I'm probably just going to stay away from the cat. I'm not going to pet it or anything. I'll just stay away. The cat will probably be kept out of certain rooms. Thing is, Karis is like this not material kind of person. She doesn't buy stuff. She makes all this money. She doesn't buy anything. She doesn't ever complain. She doesn't do like tons of dresses or outfits or shoes. She doesn't buy anything for herself. She doesn't ask for anything for Christmas or her birthday. She's like this immaterial person. She doesn't care about all that. She likes blankets and probably having a cute animal. So, you know, it's like a fight. It's like a conversation to have. It's not a very strong fight. It's more like she's super, super depressed without, you know, having some cute cat or something. So it's a real problem. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on. Here we are with, ooh, there you go. Look at that, Jared. That's great, man. I am happy you kept going. So if you had stopped, you would have missed out on this card. Now, Jared, if you can get this card to grade 10, this might be like a $250 to $600 card right here, just this one card. And then you still keep all the other cards too. All right, mister, you must dress up as a furry, a kitten specifically, and show up with the kitten for her. There we go. So anyways, we went to an adoption agency and just took some cat. That's what happened. And then they got my money. And we'll see what happens. There we go. I told her, like, you know, if I start coughing again, it's going to be serious business. We are. Okay, so the card doesn't really want to go in here. Why does it do that? I don't like that. Maybe one of these. So these ones with the orange sides. Get cute cat, feed with the ant allergy ration. They got your money. Everyone's always trying to take my money, I swear to God. Here we go. There's this guy who's been working on the house we rented. Remember the little house that we were renting to John? And we're paying him $10,000 to get that house worked on. And he got paid half of that money 2 months ago to do a couple jobs, paint the walls and refloor the floor. And he's been taking 2 long months to do it. And I finally got on a phone call with him. I was like, get it done. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'll have it done by Friday. It's like, yeah, that's what I thought. People will do anything to take your money, and that's it. Everyone's like a crook. It's horrible. It's horrible. Like the guy who took my money for a tree from my side that fell into his yard. And he said, all right, well, I need $600 to get that tree removed. And so I gave him a $600 check. And guess what? The tree's never been removed. The tree's still there. The downed tree's just laying in his yard. He didn't care about the tree. He just wanted a way to tell me that I owe him money. And so I was an idiot, and I gave him a check. I should have personally hired somebody to remove the trees. We are. So I feel totally taken advantage there. All right, let's see if there's another hollow here. Ready? But actually, you know, adoption agencies, if anyone deserves to get paid out, it's an adoption agency, you know, because they're doing probably not even getting paid to do that work. They probably do a lot of volunteer work. Here's Cortana. Ooh, here's Pelican. Oh, yeah. See, what did I tell you, Jared? What did I tell you? That was good advice saying to keep going. So now you've got this hunter card, too. It's beautiful. That's a civil suit. That's what AI told me. AI told me that I could go ahead and take him to small claims court and get my money back. All right, so I got this neighbor. I take him to court. I get my money back. And then what? Then what? Then he's just going to say, now you have to remove the tree. And then by law in Missouri, I do have to remove that tree. And so I will just have to hire a tree company, and they're going to charge me $600 to remove. I've looked it up. I would then have to just remove the tree. So he can always force me to remove that tree by law. If a tree from your yard falls in a neighbor's yard, you must by law remove that tree. So it's really frustrating. But so he got the money and he didn't remove it. You could do that, mister, but the case would be dragged out forever. See, yeah, and so it's a really crappy thing. And here's the thing. $600 is $600. It's not the end of the world to me. I could sell one Pokemon card and make $600. So it's not even, you know, it's not the end of the world to me. But it's the principle of it. It's the principle of it. I hate being tricked. I hate being taken advantage of. It's so wrong. And ultimately, it makes me this brittle kind of person. At the end of the day, it makes me a brittle person who has to suspect people. I have to be paranoid. Like, okay, are you reaching in are you trying to take advantage of me now? Who's taking advantage of me? And so it's just another long line of people who are just, I don't know, they're like, I wouldn't call them quite a thief, but I would say it's pretty much like a thief, just a different kind. And it's frustrating, and it's I hate it so much, dude. I hate it so much. That's why we have to have cops. That's why we have to have laws. We have to have lawyers. Or we could have just been a society where everyone just does what they're supposed to do and nobody does anything wrong, and then life could have just been good. But no, it always has to be this crazy crap, doesn't it? It always has to be this crap. I don't know why people can't just be cool and chill and smart and whatever. It's crazy. Okay, Beatrice Modis. Can I please get the Tag Abra? Yes, you may. Here is the Tag Abra. Oh, yeah. Here you go, Beatrice. Modis. There we go. You wouldn't have to deal with it if you rented. Ooh. Like emergency tow, mandatory removal for whatever reason, it costs 5 times more. Let's see. The bank always takes advantage. I like the bank. Banks, I don't hate banks. I don't hate banks. Husak, 8 Destined Rival using credit. Yes, sir. Let's get you those Destined Rivals. You must be feeling good about that. Here we go. Funny, forgot about like. Keep your guard up. Most of the great leaders, the closest people to them, took them out. Yeah, that's actually a fair point. That is actually a fair point. They had that problem like crazy in Rome, didn't they? There you go. Yeah, it's a nasty thing, isn't it? It's a nasty thing. All right. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I didn't mean to get you 9, so let's put one back. Now that's 8 by 12, right? 8 by 12. I think it's 12, right? Okay. And now let's go find your card. Mr. Zach. Okay, there we go. Now that says 95 on it. I don't know if that adds up correctly. Mister, did my order get done? Did the Hathim order get done? Hathim had an order for... What did you have an order for, Hathim? Says here, Hathim. 2 Rascal does not simp. Ooh, I don't think that got done. Here you go, Mr. Hathim. I'm taking care of it right now. I know what happened to this one, Hathim. It was when I stopped to check who had the oldest order. And what happened was I clicked on a new line of PayPal orders. And when that happens, you automatically read the first email. And so it's marked red. Oh, you got 1 full art. Okay. With any job like what you've been doing, never pay in full. Pay the partial payment to get the job started and then pay the rest upon completion or at least near done. Yeah, this guy says that it'll probably be done by Friday. And yeah, it's, I don't like it. I wish he had done a faster, better job. We are. we actually went to the house, and I found that he was just kind of tossing trash during the rehab on the house. He's just kind of tossing trash in the front yard. It's like, bro, doesn't have to be this dirty. Why would you do it this way? You are crazy, man. All right. Good. All right. Okay, going back to this, we have Mr. Zach. He says, use my credit. Now you have a $95 credit. No tarp. Now you're just tossing it on the ground. You toss a bunch of trash on the ground outside. And it's like, what are you doing, dude? Why would you, including like his drinks and stuff. It's just so dirty and disorganized. Like, I don't understand why anyone's that way. I can't handle doing it that way. Because I would imagine some of that trash blows into the neighbor's yard. And it's like, you can't have that. You can't have it blow into the neighbor's yard. What are you talking about? As the neighbor, I would be furious if that happened to me. If somebody's just dumping their trash on the ground and it blows over, I'd be like, what the fuck? Okay, Destin Rivals is a $12 pack. 95 divided by 12. It's going to be, well, let's say 96 divided by 12. So you got exactly 8 packs. That's right. Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right, guys. Ba-doop. All right. What happened to John? Mr. John's back in Hawaii. Here we are. Very nice. Very good. Maybe I'll see him again someday. Maybe I'll move to Hawaii. What do you guys think of that? Do you think it'd be cool if I moved to Hawaii? We were looking at Nevada again today. I was looking at Nevada. I was looking at Tennessee. Here we are. All right. Tennessee's cool. There's a city called Sevierville. I thought it would be pronounced Seaverville, but it's Sevierville. And it's got the Douglas Lake to the north. It's got the Smoky Mountains to the south. It's got Dollywood Amusement Park. I like it. I think it's actually a pretty interesting place. And it's a no-tax state. Yeah, pretty neat. Here goes. Let's see what we got. Arcanine, Goribus. I saw that the Espeon EX Unseen Forces has risen up crazy in value. Do you know why that is? Espeon Unseen Forces. You must be talking about the EX version of the card. That's what you said, yeah. So it's not just the Espeon. It's the Umbreon as well. And that's because all the cards from that time period are doing extremely well. Here's Rotom. So if you have anything from that time period, it's going way, way up. I wish in the past that I had bought the Unseen Forces Umbreon. I had a chance to do that at $4,000. I did not. Sadly, I did not do that. And so now if I wanted to buy that same card, it'd probably cost like $20,000. That's probably the new price on it. Ooh, Misty's Lapras. Very nice. Destin Rivals is a good set, guys. We like Destin Rivals. Mr. paid for him to go away. Not your fault. He needs that 600 more than you ever will. I hear you, man. Thanks. You are? All right. Yeah, I didn't like that. I thought that was pretty wrong of him. There we go. What's frustrating is I actually took a phone call with him and talked to him a little bit. He's an older man, and that's not even his home. That's his rental unit. He's a landlord. He's a landlord. And so he knew that I have to replace I have to get rid of the trees because it's my problem, not his problem. And then the house is for sale, so I guess he's not renting his anymore either. He's actually trying to get that house sold, so I don't really know how that plays out. Here we are. All right. So does somebody else buy the house and now they got to figure out how to remove the tree trunks? Is that what he's planning on doing? Like, it seems important. We are Mr. Zach. It's frustrating, but, you know, I'll let you guys know because I don't know. I don't think maybe anything will come of it. So Zach with the Z. Let's see. You're going to be down here. Thank you, Zach. Some nice ARs popping out there. Ooh. That's a fat bag. We're going to have to show you a fresh bag next. The Tree Saga. Yes, the story of the trees. The Tree Saga. Okay, how about a new slab up here? How about a new slab? I'm going to toss this one over Schmear. And then we're going to grab this guy. 9.5 Glory of Team Rocket. Okay. How old is he? He sounded like he might have been almost 70. I think he might have mentioned something like that he's almost 70. He owns a lot of units, so it's not like he's unaware of the rules or unaware of how to do it. There it is. All right. That's not right. And this is going to be 25 bucks maybe. How much store credit do I have now? You have $10 of store credit, I believe, right? We just gave you $10. I used to live in Sevierville, actually, but now I live in Chattanooga. Oh, really? Give us some information about it. What do you think of it? My wife and I have a unique situation where we do not rely on any kind of career to be near us. Our career is inside of our home. So we can live anywhere, really. And that gives us a unique perspective on where we ought to buy a home. We can buy homes in places that are further away from the jobs that have maybe a unique advantage, like a beauty advantage. All right, so we got a nice Glory of Team Rocket Zapdos. What else do we have going on here? Here's an order from Alejandro. 5 more packs of Obsidian Flames. Had a hiccup there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Obsidian Flames. We need to take a quick look into Obsidian Flames because I just remember I heard that this set, Obsidian Flames, contains a Charizard that is going way, way, way up in price. So let me take a quick look at that. Yes, it immediately appears we are underselling these because I cannot buy a... Okay, so Obsidian Flames is now changing in price. Crazy, man. You know, it's crazy. I have to update these prices because the price of the product like just explodes. Okay, so it says here, you've been buying them at $8 per pack, and I'm being told to price them at $14. But let me see if I can get them in a cheaper way. Hold on. That's nuts, dude. I don't know what to say. Obsidian Flames booster bundle case. See what's going on there. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Okay, here's an interesting one. All right. Oh, yeah, so it only gets more expensive this way. All right, so the new price on the Obsidian Flames will be $14 per pack. Wow, that's crazy. And you were buying them up. You were buying them, and I realized the Charizard changed in price. So that means the seal product's going to change in price. Oops. That's nuts. I don't know how to feel about that. That's a 50%. No, that's more than 50. That's almost double. That's like a double. That's close to double. That's crazy. We just had that happen. So we just had that happen with the Duskmorn. Magic the Gathering Duskmorn went from $30 to what, like $50 or something like that? Well, how much did the Duskmorn jump? The Duskmorn just jumped. Oh, no, it was way worse than that, wasn't it? It was way worse than that. Duskmorn's now 78, and we were selling ours at like 30 or something. Yeah, we were selling our Duskmorn at like 30, and it was supposed to be priced at 78. And that was crazy. And now these are crazy. All right, here we go. Can you show us the gym breaks? Yes, sir. I can show off the gym breaks. I'd be happy to. All right. Oops. Very nice. And yeah, I realized we were opening Obsidian and that I'd heard about Obsidian Flames in the Pokemon news multiple times. And so when I look it up, it's like, yep, this is absolutely exploded in price. Here goes. We've got Espeon. So these will be 14 a pack at this point. Maybe you pull Charizard right here, Mr. Alejandro. Here's Timpole, Darkrai. Here's a nice Charizard. Charizard EX. Maybe that gets us a step closer to the desirable Charizard. You know, I was hosting breaks on that Charizard. I hosted a break on Obsidian Flames Charizard, and I said over and over again that it was underpriced. I said it many times, and nobody would jump into it. That break sat up here on the table for so long, and I was like, this is underpriced, definitely going to jump. And I was totally right once again. We are. I knew I was right about it when I picked them out, and it just was a little matter of time. Here it is. You guys remember that? I'm so glad I pulled the Obsidian Flame Sword already. Yeah, who won that break? When was that? That was a couple months ago, and he was like a $200 10 or some crazy low number. I don't remember. I don't remember actually what his price was. All I remember was that he was unusually cheap, and I said, that's too cheap. That doesn't make any sense. All right, so here's Princess Peach. Andrew Martin's in here waiting on one more person to join. I don't see any other breaks. Do we have no other breaks? Do we have no other breaks? Let's see. Let's set up a break, shall we, guys? Let's get a break going. Oh, that's 3 unpriced cards, huh? Set these here, maybe. Oops. I won it, Sisak. Nice, dude. Nice. Here's a little Luigi. I don't think he'd be the break you guys want, huh? What we got here? Gengar. The McDonald's Grimace card. Oh, that's a pricey Lapras, dude. Let's get that music running again. Anyways, I knew that that card was going to go up because it was a nice looking Charizard, and when you got a Charizard and he's underpriced, it's just a matter of time, you know. Ah, easy. That could be a break. Actually, this might be too cheap to be a break. Let's take a quick look at this Gengar. I pulled the Charizard last year and I built him a battle box. I was so happy. Nice, dude. It's good to hear. All right. By the way, if you're watching this stream and you've never participated, give it a try. Why not? We have a lot of fun. We're here every night, so you can rely on me to be here extremely consistently. You can join one of our interesting breaks. You can join our gym breaks. You can open up packs and see if you get crazy luck. Who knows? If you do, it'll get recorded. It's really nice, actually. All right, so this should be a $50 card, and that means we're going to battle it for... Let's make it just the 25, shall we? There. Oh, no, wait a second. He needs a sleeve. I have 50 of those Gengars in English. I love that card. He's pretty. He's a good-looking Gengar, and, you know, some long time from now, people will be buying this and spend a lot of money on it, probably. Okay. There it is. You can buy out both sides of this Gengar. You don't have to have it be a break. So if you like it, just pay both sides. Jared says, tag grading for the foil. Jared, all right, you got it. You got it. They should be grading this. There we go. Love to see that grade 10. Marcario. Like the live. Let's go. Yeah, how many likes are we at? We're at 67 likes. That's really nice. There we go. Let's go. Mag Cargo is a real snail. You're a real snail. There it goes. All right. All right. Get that dust off of it. So I am a actual tag dealer, and I have a contract with Tag to grade a whole lot of cards with them. And we do middleman grading to Tag for 30 bucks. So you guys can jump into that if you want. I happen to think that's a pretty good price. There we go. Okay, so that was Mr. Alejandro. Joshua Ramos is next. Slab away the CGC 10 Mega Sableye in the All Slabs channel for August 29th. Oh, nice, dude. Thanks for helping me find that. He said it was August 29th. Wait, is that like the very beginning? And you said which card was it? It was CGC 10 Mega Sableye. Mega Sableye. I don't remember Mega Sableye. Oh, I see it. Okay, yes. Did that one not sell? It says Typhlosion sold, but it does not say the Tyranitar sold. All right, let's go hunting for him. Here's a nice slack off. Look at that. Vintage. Okay, so found it right away, actually. That was good. One of the problems with the slab box is it's going to get too big soon. I don't know how to deal with that. We're going to have a new sorting system, I believe. I sent money for both, says Jared. For both. Oh, for both of these? Okay, this is going to say Tyranitar sold. Very nice. And you're saying put this into Slab Away. It's a $10 fee on this Slab Away. Okay. Very interesting place. It's not super big. The cops are a little crazy. And the people that live there, but Dollywood and Ponies and the Smokies is fun, and the museum, a lot of cool places. If you're an outgoing person, you'll thrive, essentially. I'd say the best place to live in Tennessee is either Dayton or Rockwood. Will they accept me if I don't have an accent? What if I say, well, shucks? Or will they get offended if I say that? They'll probably get offended. They'd be like, that's a microaggression. We are. Let's see. It's one of the places we're looking at for sure. Let's see. You're going to be down here above Joshua Whipple. September 25, Joshua Ramos. CGC 10, Tyranitar for $100. Now, again, the fee will be $10 for the 6 months, so you have put $15 toward it. That means you have $85 left. All right, there you have it. Thank you, Joshua. And now he's yours. And no one else can steal him from you. There's not a crazy big accent in the city. Well, shucks. Let's see. The Lantern, $10 store credit, and then $10% off eBay, 166.5. All right. Let me go find that Lantern. Let's see if he's in here, first of all. He's not here, right? Oops. Oh, Lantern, where art thou? Not in here. Okay, maybe in here. All right. Let's see. Ah, found it. Okay. One Lantern coming right up. I opened this Lantern out of a Neo pack that cost a bit of money. And the Neo pack didn't have too many good pulls in it, but a single card in it grades 10 and pays for half the pack. There it is, CS Man. It's a big deal, isn't it? All right. He's a nice uncommon. From my personal experience, people aren't too judgmental with accents. Let's see. Click. Okay. Good. And this goes over here. And we remove this energy card. Boop. I'm a racist against accents. You better have the right accent or I don't like you. If you can't talk like this, well, shuck, then we can't be friends. Here's Articuno. Here's Gengar. Very nice. All right, let's take a picture of these My Little Ponies. My Little Pony. I'm trying to make, I'm trying to get a 10 on like one of these first edition pony slabs. And then I want to sell it on eBay for like a ton of money and show you guys how crazy it would be. So there we go. All right, let's take a picture of this. But those graded 9. So we're just trying to make our money back on the grading. All right. I believe I sent money for the other Halo card to send a tag as well. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, actually, I was thinking to myself when I pulled the first one, I was like, well, you might as well grade the second one too. It's really nice. All right. So let's take a look at that. $30 for the other foil tag grading. Oh, okay, cool. So wait. Yes, okay. So that's exactly what the listing said. It said the other foil. Good choice. You pulled some good stuff here. And so now we're going to find out about it. What is this music? Okay. I have a partial accent. It's only with certain words for no reason. All right. How do I get my kids to have the Scottish accent? You know, without having to live in Scotland, though. Because Scotland's cold, man. Have you guys looked at Scotland? It's basically Russia. Scotland's cold as hell, dude. Who's living in Scotland on purpose? That place is cold. Okay. What's the value of the metallic Grotle card? You have a metallic Grotle card. Here's the next pack break. It is, once again, Japanese Jungle. Mr. CS-Man opened a whole pack of that yesterday. There's Doduo. And then, what do we got here? We got some slabs here. Lots of slabs. Let's put this one here, perhaps. Wait, it would go in here with the expensive slabs. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3. Now, don't buy this. We have to look at this. These are from 625. So we got to look at that Dodrio again. Dodrio likely went up since then. No, stop. I hate when the cell phone does this. This cell phone is really old, man. Definitely got my money's worth out of this. All right. Fire, Red, Dodrio. He might be the same price. No, he is $335 now. Guess you should have bought it 2 months ago. Crazy. Crazy. It's so consistent. Everything's just getting bought up as people get their paychecks. People get their paychecks, and then they buy it whatever's left on the market. There's wave after wave of money coming in. Okay, priced on 9.25, 26. Ooh, COVID sucks. Mister, why do you think you get like 5 times the viewer while vertical instead of horizontal? People say it's because as people are scrolling through the shorts, they get introduced to the stream. That's fine with me. I don't have a problem with that. Like, exposure is exposure. People have said that that's not a good way to be finding new, new people. But it's like, bro, what are you talking about? That's exactly what we want. That's a very good thing, to meet complete strangers and be like, hey, here's our stream. Hang out with us. Okay, so there's nothing to compare this here. Let's try Parasect, maybe? Parasect Carddass? Well, there's nothing to compare it either. I'm just going to bring this up to 250 maybe. Actually, can I find like the cheapest Pocket Monster 10? What's the cheapest Pocket Monster 10? PSA 10 Pocket Monsters Carddass. So the cheapest 10, how about that? Cheapest one is... Click. Oh man, I hate that. I hope you get through it fast, pal. Mr. has prettier hands in vertical. What? I taste rubbing alcohol when I eat condiments of anything with vinegar in it. Really? Really? Okay, here are some non-PSA graded ones. Actually looks like I should consider lowering the price on this one. So we had it at $210. All right, I'm out of sleeves. I'll be back. Let me go get more sleeves, guys. I'll be right back. Sleeve time. For those of you who didn't hear the news, some sets have gone up in price tonight, but Prismatic Evolutions has gotten cheaper tonight. Did you know that? So you might give that some attention. Prismatic Evolution is $16 a pack right now. How would that slab away for Shining Celebi work? You've got 6 months to pay it down, and you can extend that to a full year for another $25. There you are. All right, he's a pretty big one. That's the kind of card where if you add that to your collection, now you got something real in your collection. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of these cards are the kind of cards anyone can afford. Not a lot of people can afford that Celebi. So now you start to look kind of like a cool guy. But that comes at a cost. You actually have to give up that money. So what do you want? Do you want $6,000 or do you want a Shining Celebi? And a surprisingly large number of people are choosing the they're choosing the Celebi. That's how the price got to where it's at. They're saying, I want the Celebi, bro. Not a lot of cards for sale like that in my inventory because it's too rare, it's too good. Next up, we have a Roger Gray, 1 box of interspecies reviewers. Snag me all the fairy cards, too, if possible. $200 payment makes more sense. I was introduced to this channel because I was scrolling through shorts. A preview view was of the live stream with a button to watch live. Nice. Let me go ahead and get a box of the interspecies reviewer. Ooh, we're going to open up some naughty cards. Ooh, yeah. All right, here we are. Oh, just a normal card set for normal people. All right, just your average Gooner card set. Good. Iowa's a good place to live. I was raised there for 7 years. I'm from Missouri myself. I'm from Missouri. The flyover states. Ha! You live in one of those flyover states. Peasant! There you go. Ooh. People make fun of Missouri a lot. There we go. I live in Constant, Missouri. Constant Pain, Missouri. Where's Constant, Missouri? Let's see where that is. I'm in Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri. So at least I get to say I live in a fun place. Let's see. Maps. What the hell? That's not right. Dude, I hate it when you try to use maps on your cell phone and it's like, you're not allowed to. You have to use the app. I'm from Australia. Was joking. Get baited. Oh, well, there you go. There was a, you know, when I searched it, it gave me a return of a company called Constant and Sons. And so I was like, what is he talking about? Where's Constant, Missouri? All right, ready? I was born a peasant. The largest fireworks store in the United States is the Fireworks Superstore located in Hannibal, Missouri. I heard about that. All right, let's see. Snipping this. Very nice. I want a pet pheasant. Ew, you're dirty. We are. And snipping this as well. Ooh. I had an Uber driver once tell me that he really wanted to move to Missouri. He said he had lived on the East Coast and he had lived on the West Coast. And he said, they're not as good as you think they are. He was basically explaining there's a lot of rich, snooty people and there was a lot of traffic and the homes and the food's all overpriced. And you can come over to Missouri and there's really decent land that's affordable and livable and the people are really normal. Ooh, what do we have here? The octopus girl and this girl bathing with her. Okay. Coastal Elite. Yeah, something like that. But he said, you know, he had done Uber all over the country because his wife is a traveling nurse. And so they had a unique perspective where he was an Uber driver and she was a traveling nurse. And they'd been to New York and they'd been to Florida and they'd been to California. And so he was giving me this drive, this Uber drive, and I was listening to him talk about it all. And I was like, wow, I never really had that perspective that maybe what we have going on here is so like plain that it's actually nice at some point, you know? He's like, you can come out to Missouri and buy a nice piece of land and you can buy a nice home and it's actually affordable and the people aren't snooty and, you know, life is not terribly different here than it is anywhere else in the country. Konnichiwa! Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh. Soup. Okay, very nice. Uh-oh, America's going to raid us. Hello, what set is this? This is called Interspecies Reviewer. It's $50 a box if you'd like to open a box here live, okay? We have a very fair price on it, $50 a box. Hey, there's the, look at that. That's the cover card. Oops, can you see that? If I get it too close, it blurs, huh? I don't like that. You know, the old iPhone didn't do that. We're going to try and get a new iPhone, by the way. The when's that new iPhone out? Is it already out? The latest model? Let me get the latest model soon. Okay, giant boobs. That one's really lewd. That's pretty lewd. All right, and here's a girl with normal-sized breasts. Resist. Cover card foil, nice. Okay. All right, 1, 2, 3. Konnichiwa! Oh, no. Here's the arcade. Hey, mister, are slabs listed for sale from August still available somewhere to view? No, anything that's back from August is all gone. That channel is deleted. So now, any cards from that time period need a new picture. And what'll happen is when we get ready to take a fresh picture of them, they'll actually receive an updated price. Here it is. Card prices continue to grow. We don't know where it stops, but card prices continue to go up for most cards. Wow, I've never seen that one before. We are. And this means that many of our cards might actually be more expensive over time. Here we are. All right. So, Roger Gray. When you open up this set, you really do keep most of the bulk. The rule is, if a card is sexy, I'm going to add it to your bag. Okay, real simple. $5 a pack. If we sell enough of this product, I'll get another case of it. Right now, we have 1.5 cases left. Roger Gray. I love my Christian Weiss sets. This set is only for good Christian boys. Roger, you're going to have 2 bags, just to let you know. The new iPhone is foldable. It's not. They will never do that. There we go. A foldable iPhone. That'd be nuts. Any fancy siggies? Yes, this set contains signature chase cards that people are trying to pull right now. Mr. Roger just made a shot at it. I'm so dedicated to solo leveling. I can only see the text on these cards. What? Roger Gray. Thank you, Roger. Look at that beautiful Topps Moltres break. That's nice. Topps Moltres, holographic. Really cool looking card. I'm looking for the Fairy Lady signature. It's in them hills of boobies. Here's a nice Squirtle 6 for $65. PSA 9 Aerodactyl. One person's in that break, waiting for others to join. Here's the Cloud break. Lots of breaks. Oops, I didn't mean to click on that. Let's go back here. Okay, let's go ahead and rotate. We have a Mr. Andrew A. Martin with a big order. 151 case break. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Very good. Here it is. We're getting closer to this, guys. We have 2 really major breaks you can join. The 151 case break, where you get a whole booster box of 151 Surprise, the set that has the Pikachu Gengar. The nice thing about this is it's like this unsnipeable event. For example, let's say I was already selling this product by the box. Well, what could have happened is the Gengar could have already been pulled. No one's going to tell you, and now you're just opening up cold boxes, and you're none the wiser. I guarantee you that happens all the time on eBay. You're buying someone else's boxes where they already pulled the Gengar. They already know they did, so they're liquidating on eBay. So what's nice about a case break is that can't occur. It's a fresh case. It has a shot at the Gengar, and no one's pulled anything out of it yet. That's what's so good about it. So case breaks they make a especially good sense for sets like the Gengar set, where it's really all about that Gengar. Here's the Mega sublist for the Mega Gengar break. And let's see, challenge rolls, 100K, Ancient Origin. The Ancient Origin box break, still really sexy. It says here we're up to 18, and still got a bit of ways to go. $350 a pack. It is pricey, but remember, Ancient Origin packs are weighable, and so the ones you find on the market, they're most likely weighed. All right, thanks for asking. Can you just put them in a cigarette plastic for me so it seems like a drug deal? Yeah, if we could just get them into like a little dime bag, that'd be perfect. What? How's Ancient Origin doing, by the way? I heard that not Phantasmal. I heard that Phantom Forces reached a new high. And so I wonder if Ancient Origins has as well. Booster box. I think Ancient Origins is going to hit 10,000. But it doesn't look like it has yet. It has not hit 10,000 yet. All right. Cool. Let's see. All right. What cards were you just opening? Those were called Interspecies Reviewer. We have those for sale for $5 a pack. You can check the description of the live stream in order to make a purchase of some of those. Here's Adam J. Pashuis. Can I get cashed out? Yes. We are. If I can find you. Where are you? Oh, you're right at the front. I blind eyes. 316 going to 0. I saw someone selling a BGS 8.5 or 9 Sparkle like that Moltres near me on Facebook Marketplace. We are. Okay. The Salamander Girl on the cover gets one. It's less than 15 bucks. Oof. Oof. I want the long blue-haired furry girl out of that set. This on the left of the pack. What are you guys talking about, man? You guys are crazy. The blue-haired furry girl. Okay. So we'll grab this. We'll head back here. Thanks, mister. No problem. Oops, we're going to hit this. All right. We're going to hit next. And we'll do friends and family, which apparently allows me to do that. How do you want to pay? We'll pay it this way. Okay, we'll hit send. Oh, the hyena girl. She hooks up with Krim a lot in the show because they both have blank parts. What? All right, very nice. What are you talking about? There we go. Do you collect sports cards? No, not really. I wouldn't say I'm a sports cards guy. Not really. Sowie. Here's a card. I'm going to set this over here, actually. There we go. Oh, I'm supposed to be pricing up one of these, apparently. You want a Charizard? Who wants a Charizard? So here is a red deck Charizard. Right. I decided that I am able to sell one of these. I was going to hoard all the 8s and the 9s, but, you know, I have enough. A lot of 10s. What do I need to hold on to all the 8s for? There you go. That's a nice card. Now you sell it. Now I sell it. Let's see. Well, you know, holding on to cards has worked very good. So I could just hold on to these for a very long time. And presumably they would just go up along with the 9s and the 10s. But, you know, Kyrus and I are getting closer to moving. And if this is a card that's not considered like a holy grail card for my collection, then he's going to end up getting a price. Are there really no PSA 8s for sale? Give me a second here. So there's a PSA 9 for 474. Wait, what color Charizard was that as well? The 474 one is a red one. Okay. So what's 480 divided by 2? 240, huh? Okay. We should all put in 10 to give it to the Charizard guy. The hyena girl is based on real-world facts of female hyenas having larger genitals than the males. Ooh. All right. She's the alpha hyena. There we go. What are you talking about? The chat is diddling the angels. What? I think we're going to do 260. Okay, so we have a Charizard up on the table. Okay, and now we have Michael Spalding, 4 boxes of the interspecies reviewers. I need a new bag. Michael Spalding. Cool. Before I go much further on that, well, you know, let me do one more thing with the interspecies reviewers, actually, because I wonder, let me just see this real fast. Okay, okay. What if I just wanted to buy a whole case of this? Let me check sold. You guys are going to hate me for this, but interspecies reviewer itself has already moved up in price. That's crazy, man. I know you guys are not going to like that, but it's true. Okay, so interspecies reviewer is going to move to $6.50 to match pretty much the buy it now price on the set, or at least close to that price. All right. The reason this matters is because sometimes a set really sells out. All right, so, you know, I've got a very limited stock of it. $65 a box, $6.50 a pack now. I just had a case and a half, I think I mentioned. And so this gets us pretty close to the end of the first case and 1 case remaining. Yeah, so when I went and I looked the prices up on this, the price had already shifted. Crazy, huh? All right, here you are, 4 boxes. I don't know about cards, man. Cards are just doing so insanely well. Will they ever slow down? I'm seriously considering the Celebi. If I start the slab away, and then let's say I don't pay it in time, do I just lose all the money? Oh, no, no, you don't lose all the money. No, that's not how it works. What would happen is if you did not pay it down over time, it would get canceled, and the money you put on the card would end up getting refunded. Now, there would be a couple fees. First of all, there's a $20 fee. Second of all, for a big one like that, there's a 3.5% PayPal fee for whatever you're supposed to get refunded back, because PayPal charged me a fee for all that money, right? So if you send me like $1,000, PayPal already took 3.5% of that. So you wouldn't be entitled to the entire amount back. The other thing to really worry about is if the card fell in price and that was why you canceled it, I would not be buying it back from you at the price we agreed on. I'd be buying it back from you at the new price. So if the card falls in price a whole bunch, we are. Those are things to look out for, okay? All right. Okay. You're also expected to pay the slab halfway off by 3 months. However, I'll be happy enough if you just make some, you know, decent payments on it. You don't have to hit halfway. Just keep in mind, you know, it's meant to be done by 6 months. And for such a big one, you might need to extend it to a year. We are. Just depends. I don't know how deep your pockets run. All right, there we go. What if the price goes up? Oh, well, if the price goes up, I buy it from you at the higher price. If the price goes up, then it's on you to finish paying it down, because doesn't that make the most sense? We are. All right, so if the price goes up, you're perfectly welcome to finish buying it from me. All right, you ready? Big, big, big order. We got Michael Spalding. How's it going, Michael? Nice of you to stop by. Okay, so we're going to go through this. How shall we go through this? Should each pack get a sleeve? I think we'll do it that way. Can I get Pikachu Yellow Poker? Says Jared. Pikachu Yellow Poker. Could you explain that? What do you mean by that? That's a hollow back there. Okay. All right. Jared says Pikachu Yellow Poker. resist the goon. There you are. You may try. All right, Bird Girl. Meow Cat. It's Meow Cat. Right. All right. Boobs McGee. Can't resist the fairy lady. Oh no, not the fairy lady. Michael Spaulding. Granny waifu card? Benjamin Franklin says it's all about the old ladies. He said it's all about the gilfs. Benjamin Franklin once wrote a long letter explaining why it's better to have an affair with an older woman. All right. He had a whole list of explanations. Okay. Oh, that's the actual textured card. All right. Boobies. Makes sense, says Connor. Yeah, he was saying all kinds of stuff. He was saying stuff like, well, an older woman is wiser and she knows what she's getting herself into. You know, you're not taking advantage. He says they're less likely to be upset by the affair. And then also, he was like, they're more thankful and they're more experienced. And, you know, he mentioned they can't get pregnant. He really thought it all out. It was really funny. It is. I think he even says something like, when the lights go out, it's all the same or something like that. He said something like that in the letter. It is. When the lights go off, everything feels the same. Okay. Bark. Here we are. Oops. All right, I'm getting that Celebi. Ooh, Celebi might be moving. That's a very special card. Here we are. The only reason he's for sale, I simply do not like Celebi. That's the only reason. He's otherwise a fantastic card. Okay. Konnichiwa. Okay. Here's the Cowgirl. Man, I don't know what happened, but I just got really thirsty for milk all of a sudden. If you guys are liking sets like this, we regularly do open girl card sets. There's a lot of people in here who enjoy opening them. So we'll have more of this in the future, obviously. What do you guys think are the best upcoming girl card sets? All right. How do you know Ben wasn't a gilf himself? I don't know. Okay. Ben was a crazy lad. Ben was, he was kind of racist, dude. He was saying that the Germans were not white enough. Did you remember that? I don't know if you guys learned about that. He thought that British whites were better than German whites. Whoa. Like, damn, dude. Those uncultured Germans. Here we are. Dang, dude. He thought the British were proper and the Germans weren't. Racism, man, goes all the way back. I mean, the French and the British hated each other. And they're like, so when you think of the British and the French today, they're so similar to each other compared to like the rest of the world, right? Like the French and the British, they're not that different. Their cultures are more similar than different. They're not like the British and the Somalians or something, right? So they're so similar to each other, hated each other's guts. Why? Because you're British and I'm French. We're the better group. You suck. Mr. Michael getting a brand new bag. We got 2 boxes left for you to open. Have no fear. I didn't forget them. They're right next to me. We just want to clear up some space here. So you're going to have 2 groups that are nearly identical. The Sunnis and the Shiites. And they can just hate each other's guts. Completely hate each other. It's really fascinating. And that's human nature. You can't deny it. It just seems to be an inherent part of being a human. For me, I'm also very racist. I'm racist against anyone who doesn't collect cards. They're all lame. If you collect cards, you're cool, though, okay? So you're part of the group. You're part of the in-group. All right. Now let's get some of these cards. Ready? The milk carton box set for EB3 is hilarious, and I'll be getting at least one. Milk carton box. One Piece EB3 is going to be the best girl set. We're really digging into every shade of white. Wow. But Benjamin Franklin, he thought that the German whites were like gremlins or something. He's like, not like us refined, proper British whites. The refined type. The refined sort. So, and it just kind of reminds you, like, Mustache Man, he didn't like the Slavs. I was like, all right. What? There you go. Dang, dude. So, people get up all into that, don't they? They really get, people get obsessed with who's better. Okay. Putting that there. EV3 appears to be focusing on one-piece female cast. They're making a bundle in the shape of a milk carton. Really? Yeah? All right. Good. Sounds good to me. Here's Zapdos for $50 and a lovely tag slab. And here is our Gengar Master Ball break. Yeah, I'm really surprised that this Gengar break's not moving more. There we go. I thought Gengar would be a little more popular. Maybe it's too recent. There we go. I'm gonna go goon in your mom and restart you. What? Ben was wild. Sketchy science. Horrors. Yeah. There you go. He had like kites with keys on them. All right. There we go. What if you could like meet the real founding fathers and you found out they were all psychopaths? What if you could meet them and they were all like super chill? What if they're like, oh yeah, bro. You know what I mean? All right, let's do it. Nah, I bet they weren't. I bet they were lame. I bet they were all like, I don't like that. You are. Okay, Granny. Oh, Fairy Girl. Moo, moo. Bum, bum, bum. Yelling Girl. All right, let's put this fairy in the front. You've got racism, then competitive racism. There we go. Okay, I'm from Australia and hate the native Australians. Oof. We are. All right. Very good. Here's... This one's kind of saucy. Let's put that there. Well, you better pull something. I mean, if you're going to open 4 boxes, you better pull something. There you go. Siggy time. Very nice. That's for you, Michael Spaulding. All right, guys. Very nice. They wanted no taxes. Who wanted no taxes? Oh, the founding fathers, right? Mister, I got that Celebi. Nice. Older Asian people are crazy racist. They can tell what race your ancestors were and then judge you on it. Well, I hear that they're racist even amongst other Asians. So it's like, you better not be the wrong kind of Asian because you're about to get hated on a little bit. So that's why I'm saying, right? Like the British and the French really did not like each other for a long time. Or the British and the Scottish. Or the British and the Irish. Whatever it is, right? The British and everyone else. There was always this sort of like fighting going on about who's got the better teeth or something like that. You know you're not supposed to mess with your teeth. Well, what's that cream you put on your teeth then? Toothpaste. It has a bit of a creamy texture, yeah? Bit of a baked beans texture. Here we are. Ooh. Oh. Oh. So the British were teeing off with everybody, sort of. I don't think we're supposed to see this. Is that what this is? This is a censored, right? Is that what that is? What do you think of the speech stuff in the UK? Oh, man, they're going to have a war over there, dude. It's going to be a meltdown eventually because you can only tell people for so long that they're going to jail for 9 months for being racist on social media because it's too easy of a place to be racist anyways. So, you know, if you're living in this country where you have to walk very carefully with your words, I feel like it's not going to work in the long run unless everyone in the UK, all of the Brits, they're all kind of like pussy pushovers. You know what I'm saying? So like if they're all sort of like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. If that's their whole country, then yes, maybe it will just continue. I have a theory though that they're actually going to freak out and have a meltdown at some point. They're going to be like, all right, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of going to jail. I'm tired of being scared to say what I think. Eventually, you know, when you censor free speech too carefully, eventually it becomes politicized. So it's not just about, well, you can't say this thing about this group. It becomes, hey, you can't speak ill of my political ideologies or else we'll throw you in jail. And that takes you straight into civil war for sure, dude. So I feel like they're right there. They're on the precipice of it. And you're seeing this sort of like, you are seeing this reaction in Europe where people are not cool with it. But I don't know, where does it go from here? Maybe it just cools off. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Who knows? I think the British are very tolerant people. What am I listening to? I think they like, I think they like having a mixed society for the most part. Maybe not all of them, maybe not all of them. But I think a lot of them do. And so I think you're going to just continue to see a mixed society over there. It's not going to become like, oh, we're going to cleanse society and it's going to be all British again, just proper British. I think they're going to be a mixed society. But I think the censoring is not going to fly for very long. Everyone craves freedom. It doesn't matter what race you are. It doesn't matter where you're from. You crave the freedom to speak your mind, and to have the government come in and put you in jail for like years or months because you said something real naughty on the internet. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. Whoa! It's a bird girl. The Apple ad when he threw the chair at the screen is going to come true. Obey. How much is the slab away fee? Yes, for slab away, it's typically a $20 fee, and you also need to send $20 to put toward the slab. So total of 40 bucks, 20 for the 6-month fee, 20 for the slab. Now, if your slab is real cheap, like let's say $100, it's going to be like $10 fee. So the fee gets cheaper if it's a real cheap slab. Here we are. So you can slab away something really cheap. All right. I think the rule is if it's under $200, the fee is $10. And if it's under $100, the fee is $5. I think that's the actual rule. I always forget. My bags arrived today. Thanks, mister. Oh, good to hear. Good to hear. All right. So that was Michael Spalding. He needs a new bag. He opened up 4 boxes of Interspecies Reviewer, pushing the price up a little bit because we went and checked the price online, and we can see that the price already has significantly jumped. But, as we sell out a product, we start doing checks on that kind of stuff. Here it is. Very nice. You got your Siggy. All right. That's for you, Michael Spalding. If Britain checks Discord chat history, a lot of gamers are going to be cooked. There we go. All right. Who wants to live in a censored society? Let people be mean to each other. Like if somebody wants to talk bad on me, let them talk bad on me. And it's almost like you get along better that way, as crazy as that sounds. The more someone else tries to control what you can say, the more you genuinely hate them. You go, oh, this person's tyrannical over me. But if it's a different scenario, if you've got some angry criticisms of the person and you're allowed to say it, but you're not allowed to become violent, right? You're not allowed to become violent. You're not allowed to actually do anything bad. Then everyone gets their grievances out, and I feel like society has a discussion about it, and the culture evolves and changes and thinks about it all, But if you're just supposed to shut up and don't say anything and look the other way and blah, 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 you're going to be like, what am I doing here? I'm moving to America. Yeehaw! America. Then you get shot up by some guy on a bus or something. I don't know. You get stabbed in the neck. Let's see. Here we are. Did you guys hear about that girl, the Ukrainian girl who got stabbed in the neck on a bus? Where was that? Was that in the U.S. or was that in Canada? Lou Costa says, for Gengar, Bro, Spot, 2 Prismatic, 1 Journey together. Gengar, Bro, Spot. What does that mean? Gengar, Bro, Spot. There's a couple Gengars. You mean Master Ball Gengar? We got a couple Gengars. Here he is. This one? My family talks about it. Break Spot. This is a break. Here we are. No sales on eBay yet, but one list at $190 for Bird Girl Siggy. Hey, how's it going, Emily Lee? How's life? There we go. Emily, have you finally dumped that yucky boyfriend and gone to school? You gotta go to college, okay? Sign yourself up for a nice nursing degree or something, okay? There you go. And meet a nice boyfriend in school. And don't go for any useless degrees, because then you'll be stuck with a big yucky degree that you paid a lot of money for and it doesn't get you any money. Got to go for a good degree like nursing. Get an associate's in medicine. How about senior care? Boom. Instant job at the end of that degree. Guaranteed work, guaranteed money. Then you can buy a nice little home. Edward B. Cornelio. Pokey Shuffle. Edward, what's up, man? Mr. Edward. Mr. Edward B. Have your parents monitored your online activity? 1, 2, 3. Break spot other Gengar. And I had more in my order. My bad, dude. We are. I think I got distracted when we started talking Gengars. Edward, that was a cold Pokey Shuffle. I'm sorry, man. All right, so you wanted to go into the other Gengar Shuffle. That's their other Gengar break. That's exactly what I was wondering about. Which Gengar break are we talking about? We got too many Gengar breaks. We got this one. We got... Where'd he go? We got the Mega Break. Probably not the Mega Break. I feel like you would have said the Mega Break. Oh, I hate it when I can't find one of the breaks. Let's toss this. Let's take a quick look at that order again. So he wants 2 Prismatics and 1 Journey together. So I feel like that's a $40 spot. Is that right? That sounds like a $40 spot. Looks like I need to open more Prismatic. Mega Break, yes, sir. Okay, it's the Mega Break it is. It's a good one. The Mega Break's a good one. There's the Journey together. And then here is some Prismatic. I can buy a Costco hot dog. They can actually through Wi-Fi network. He said the other one. Okay. There we go. Ooh. Pokemon. I guess the Gengar breaks are going to be confusing for a little while because we don't define them very well. The Mega Break, for that price, gets you in a sublist, not a direct spot in the break. Yeah, that's right. $40 is a spot on the sublist. Here it is. So, Lou Costa, you're right here. There it is. So, Lou, you need to get pulled in here, and if you do, you get something called a Mega Pack, and that goes into the actual Mega Break. The Mega Break is made out of 8 Mega Packs. So it's really a chance for a chance. Mister, if you had to start over with nothing today and find a way to buy a home, what would you do? I probably wouldn't buy a home. Interest rates are too high and housing prices are really high. I'd probably just be looking to rent and that's it. I'd be looking for some roommates and I'd be looking to rent and I'd be looking to make some money doing something really profitable. So I'd probably be looking to, well, I'd either get into AI technology. That's probably what I do. I'd probably go to school for computer science AI. All right, Lou Costa. Let's see what we got. Mr. Mime. Ooh, Mr. Mime. If I didn't do AI, computer software AI, I'd tell you what I would do other than that. I would get into construction or I would get into healthcare. So I would go be whatever healthcare job I can get. Healthcare, construction, AI. There you go. That's all for you, Mr. Lou. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the big order tonight. You got Professor's Research. Think about the stuff society is actually buying. Like, don't look at the... When you go shopping for a degree, there's like this long list of stuff you can waste $80,000 learning, which is an outrageously high price, by the way. And it's only that high because the government subsidizes it, gives all these 18-year-olds free money. And so they drive the demand up, and the demand drives the price up artificially. But if you think about what does society really want to buy these days? Homes, healthcare, homes and healthcare, and technology. There you go. Now you know what to sell, you know what to learn, so now you know what to go to school for if you go to school at all. All right, let's see. Homes. Something related. Whoa, CS Man's starting up that Celebi. You ready? Let's go get that Celebi. Don't forget tech school. Yeah, sure. Maybe you could get a job as like a mechanic on electric vehicles or something. That'd be cool. There you go. Let's see. It's just you want to develop a skill right away, and you want to make sure it's going to be an in-demand skill, like a skill that's not being taught enough. Like, for example, how many of you guys aspire to work on an oil rig? Maybe I would instantly start heading toward that. I'd be like, what do I got to do to get myself onto an oil rig and make some big bucks? I want some big money now. Maybe I'd join the military. I heard that they don't have enough people in the military. Oops. They say just the poor kids go to the military. Maybe that's true. I don't know. All right. So now he's getting serious about getting a serious card. All right. I like it. I like it. That's good stuff. There we go. What I mean to say is I'm going to become a YouTuber. People are going to love it. Yeah, Mom, I'm going to be a YouTuber. I'm just going to play games. Kai Sanat says you have to go all in. CS Man. All right. So you sent $2,025. $2,000 down, $25 fee separate. So the way it works is the 6-month fee is only $20. So you might have sent too much money for that. So you actually have paid $2,500 down. Okay, we're going over to the C's. We're going to say September 25, CS Man. PSA 10 Shining Celebi. And his price is $5,800. And then you are applying $2,005 to it. Okay, you have $3,795 remaining. Boom. All right, you're all set up. Good luck with that, Mr. CS Man. You know, it's crazy, CS Man. If you had just started this right away when you first met me again, you might have been done with this already. And then you just have a really solid PSA 10 Shining Celebi already. Isn't that kind of interesting? So the question is, what's better to do? Do I open a bunch of modern cards and grade them? Do I go after really hefty vintage cards? Like, what is the next step? What's the smartest move? No one really knows that. No one knows that answer. It's just unknown. Like, I graded up these cool guys. These are neat. And now I got some nice Quest stickers, and we'll see how they sell over the years. All right. He does a great Bernie Sanders. I believe in Arceus. Can you do any celebrity impressions? Not really. No. Okay, thank you for the big order tonight. Appreciate that. Now we have a Brian Freund. $1 testing out for the first time. Hey, what's up, Mr. Brian? I totally got your $1. So that is working correctly. I got your $1. What do we have here? We have a, here is Reggie Rock. It's Reggie Schmuck. Tommy, what's up, Tommy? How's it going? All right, Reggie Rock 10 BGS. What's that going to be worth? Pristine 10. That's from Glory of Team Rocket. Okay. BGS 10, Reggie Rock, 2025, 115. Reggie Rock, 115. There's nothing to compare it to, so let's just go look up the PSA 10 price. Okay. That's not showing up either. Let's try a Glory of Team. Let's try Reggie Rock Rocket. How about that? Wow, there's literally none graded. No PSA 10s of these for sale. Let me check sold, maybe? I don't know what this music is. It's so terrible. Apologize for the music. Yeah, I can't, I don't know. I guess I will make up a price. I don't know. It's a nice pristine 10. Let's do $37. I think that's fair. Goes. Okay. I found myself collecting Chinese tag team in pack fresh condition. Pack fresh. Fresh as a pack? All right. What do we got going on here now? It looks like the queue is empty. We got nobody in the queue. If you don't want to have to wait a long time to open up some cards, the queue is empty. Check this out, guys. So this is a group that's being sold together. It's 2011, so that's the time that it was printed, 2011. Nintendo Zelda, Jack of Spades Link, Zelda, Ganon, and Triforce. Ah, that's cool, huh? All of this together, $160. Really, it's only $40 a slab. To me, that is a very good price. That is a very good price for these. $160. Very nostalgic 8-bit Link. That, by the way, if you don't know, this card set is printed by Nintendo. Okay, this is a Nintendo product. Nintendo prints card sets just like it printed the Pokemon card set. This is official Nintendo printed cards. So you guys might not know that when you see these. This isn't like some third party like Bicycle. Although Bicycle cards are nice too, and I might sell those one day, but that's official Pokemon, or that's official Nintendo over there. Pokemon Red Pikachu. Are you secretly a Labubu fanatic? Oh yeah, I'm telling you all to stay away from the Labubu while I acquire the biggest round of Labubus in secret. Now, Labubus suck, man. You know, Labubus are basically catching on to the fact that everybody loves buying gamble toys. Pokemon's a gamble toy. That's what it is. It's a gambling toy. You open up a booster pack and it's a gamble. It was very fun as a child because gambling's fun. That's why casinos are popular. So it's casinos for children. That's why I also think we need to make beer for kids. Kid beer. Beer for kids. All right. So, but yeah, I mean, so they found a way to turn a kid casino into a legal thing. And that's what Pokemon is. That's what pretty much all collectible cards are right now. And what's going on is Labubu is playing off of that idea, but they're not making cards. They're just making little dolls for girls, which is pretty interesting because it kind of targets a different demographic of people who are not wasting their money on gamble openings. So they're saying, you know, girls don't buy as many Pokemon cards as boys maybe. Maybe we can get girls to buy more cards if we sell them. Okay, here we are. Okay, I'm looking at this price. So they're saying maybe we can get more girls to buy gambles if we sell them cute little dolls. That's all Labubu is. Now, my thoughts on Labubu is over time, it's going to get a whole bunch of competitors. And I don't think the Labubu brand itself is unique enough to hold on to its positioning. So I don't feel like Labubu is a safe investment because I do strongly believe in the concepts of the addiction of like hoarding and collecting. I think that those are powerful human biological motivators. You know, so if you weren't collecting Labubu and you weren't collecting Pokemon, you might be collecting something like rare art. You might be collecting real estate. You might be collecting some vintage car, whatever it is. You might be collecting anything. Maybe you'd be collecting crystals or diamonds. So the principal idea of collecting rare things is that's not going away. And then we have this gambling concept too. It's really fascinating. But I think that Labubu is not going to hold on to its position for too long unless it moves very, very fast as a company to capitalize off of its instant popularity right now. But in the future, I think you're going to see a lot of copycat companies spring up. And it's too late. The guy who invented Labubu is already a billionaire. He's like a multi-billionaire. So he's going to be real wealthy. So good for him. But, you know, it's very similar to like the guy who invented Beanie Babies. He got rich really fast. And then what happened to Beanie Babies? Nothing. Nothing good did. And I don't know where Labubu goes, but it really is just a really ugly doll. And I don't think it's going to last that long once people get bored of looking at the same doll face over and over and over again. Pokemon has this extreme advantage where it designs, you know, almost 1,000 different Pokemon, and this keeps people having fun while they collect them. Labubu doesn't really have that. Sir, you inspired me to gamble online. Aw, thanks, man. Can I have your Pikachu, please? Yeah, he's nice, isn't it? Pikachu? I have the rarest Labubu. They're jumping on the wrong market. They just need Nikke girl Labubus. Labubu, pronounced Wings of Fantasy. Apparently, Bubu has been around for a few years and blew up with a K-pop star. I used to have dolls, but now it's just Pokemon and playing cards. I feel it's better. Yeah. I think that the Labubu dolls are a very weak hold. I think Pokemon's going to be the top performer. I really do. I really think Pokemon's going to be the top performer. Not baseball cards, not football, not soccer, not Labubu. It's just going to be Pokemon. And it's very easy for me to make that prediction because I've been doing it for a while and because the data says that that's true already. Who's going to unseat Pokemon? I just don't see anything there yet. You know, Labubu's having a strong run, but it's just not as good. It's just not, you know. So it's never going to do. It's never going to. It could do well within its own niche market, but it's never going to outperform Gengar, Pikachu, Charizard, Umbreon, Lugia. You know, all these great Pokemon. Do you think I should wait a couple months? Because apparently Pokemon will go down in a couple months. Nah, nope. I would not have waited a couple months. I mean, if it makes you feel better, I'm still buying stuff too. CS man, look at this. The idea that Pokemon's about to go down in a couple months is just someone's made up idea. We don't know if it's going to go down. So I just bought this one. Let me show you. All right. So I just bought this one, and this one cost me $2,000. So you buy a Celebi, which is a really nice card. It's actually a better card than the one I just showed you. But that just shows you I'm not done buying cards either. I'm still buying stuff. I bought, you bought that Sandshrew from me, right? Yeah, it was Sandshrew. Look, here's another card I just bought, and it's coming, it's on the way. I'll show you another card I just bought. So I bought this guy. It's a Hoot Hoot, and I paid $445 for it. That was not cheap, right? That's a full price. So I bought this cute little Hoot Hoot, and that's a Skyridge reverse. Now I bought that 3 days ago. Yeah, so, I'm still pretty active. I buy cards. I think that I try to offer you guys really good cards too, by the way. So I don't like to have the breaks be too lame. So check this out. Wonderful break. This Espeon VMAX consistently goes up, and I don't think it's going to stop. Should you jump in this? I recommend it. Yeah. I think that's a fantastic break. This Jolteon, which has been on the table for a little while, he's been moving a little bit at a time. He's part of the Prismatic collection of evolutions. There's going to be people out there who get all the evolutions together and say, I've got the whole thing. I've got Umbreon, Espeon, Sylveon, Jolteon, Flareon, Vaporeon. So they're going to get all of them, and they need this Jolteon. He's good. He's solid. Real solid. I like this Cloud. So Magic the Gathering kind of flexed how popular Final Fantasy truly was. And this is the very first Cloud printed out of Opus 1. So it's the, think of him like base set Charizard. This is base set Charizard, but for Final Fantasy Opus. Opus is Square Enix's card game, so it's their own card game. It's a good thing. We've sold a lot of Final Fantasy cards over time. Here's a nice vintage Japanese pack break. Mr. CSman opened a whole pack of this and showed how special the cards in here can be. Even a simple Red Cheeks Pikachu can go for like $100, $200, and that's just a common card. I don't know what his official price is. I'm sure it's outrageous. Here's the Gengar. This is a lot of people are jumping into this because they know it's very special. Hyper low pop. The whole card's holographic, gigantic Gengar on it, and then the best part, it's got the old Game Boy sprite on the back. I mean, it's just a very unique, very rare card. This particular set, called the Carddass Bandai Vending Series, this was considered the very first card set ever printed for Pokemon. It wasn't even printed by the Pokemon Company. It was printed by Bandai Namco, and it came out of a vending machine, and there's just so few of these in good condition. It's extremely rare. I mean, that's special. Who else do you know offering a break like this? This is special. We don't talk about it enough, how special that is. That's very special. Here's a nice Trafalgar Law with the 1 in 14 odds. Those odds are so much better than actually trying to pull Trafalgar Law. Like, if you go try to pull this for yourself out of a box, and then you have to grade it too, your odds are so much better in here with 1 in 14. And then we've got the Lightning Break, which is really not moving that fast. It's the Aerodactyl 9. So it's 1 in 6, so that means I'm selling him for $240. It's so shocking how cheap these cards are in a 9, and you should not be afraid to collect 9s. 9s are very seriously collectible, and they're going up in price right now because all the 10s are so unaffordable. No one can afford 10s, so what's going to happen next? The 9s start going up. He's only $240. That's very fair, $240 on that. I'm just hosting a nice break. That's all it is. I've chopped this into an RNG product for you guys at $240 for Aerodactyl. It's a very fair price. Here's a lovely Moltres. He's actually a little more expensive than the Aerodactyl, this Moltres is. And he's, I don't know if you know this, but he's hyper rare. Like, people don't understand just how rare the Topps cards are. I understand it because I studied the Topps cards for years. This is not Topps Series 1 Chrome. This is Topps Series 2 Chrome. It's like rare. So watch this. So this guy, he's population 1,477. Okay, and by the way, that number is so small compared to any of the modern cards. 1,477 is nothing when you compare it to modern cards, which are so outrageously high pop. But check this card out. So the Moltres, if you look up his certification number, which I'm doing right now by scanning the back, he's only popped 71. He's less than 100 population. So I have this great knowledge of cards that are exceptionally rare. And the Topps cards, there's not that many left to grade. I mean, they've opened it all. There's not a lot left. People opened it for a long time. So, he's going to remain super rare. This guy's not going to be so rare. He's a modern card. But my prediction on this Gengar is he's going to go way up because he's a Master Ball that you can't get in English. English 151, which, by the way, is one of the most popular card sets we've sold from Scarlet Violet. It did not have Master Balls in it. So most English collectors are going to get the Master Ball equivalent if they want a Master Ball, but they're going to want it because it's a cool concept and it's very pretty. I mean, look how shiny that is. So I bought a couple of these Gengars. They've already gone way up. But they're modern. I bought them recently and they're already up. So here's your chance to get a Master Ball Gengar for 40 bucks with a 1 in 19 odds. All these breaks are stupendous. But let's see what else. This one's more niche. It's more unique. There's 2 spots sold. It's actually out of print. It's from 2015. Look at the date on that. That's 2015. This is 10 years old. So the equivalent of this would be like XY era. This Nintendo Retro Bowser is from like the XY era in terms of Pokemon cards. So you got this guy, and there's two slabs in this actually. Here's the other one. It's Mario stomping on dry bones, and it's an ace card. So they go together. They're very pretty, and there's 6 spots left in here. So this is a really short break as well. So those are the breaks. I've shown them off many times, and I'll be excited to see one of them go off sometime. What breaks did move today? Did breaks move today? The Mega Sub List moved today. I'm trying to think. I don't think too many breaks moved today, but we've had a lot of sales today despite that. We are. Sales have been good tonight on this fine Saturday night. All right. But it is 4:13 and there's no orders in the queue. What's up, William Wafter? Good morning, mister. Was I able to snag the Quest Pikachu? You got it, man. It was all yours. All yours. He might have been underpriced. So I think you might have gotten him at a special good price. So congratulations. Let's see. We've got Pokeball Dusclops Reverse Hollow. What am I doing with this card? Why am I grading that? I just have a boner for Dusclops. Here's another interesting one. Look at this. Sylveon 10. I can't believe I graded this. I guess I'm drunk with wanting to grade cards. I'm sending out a TCC. Do you have a jumbo going? A jumbo pack break. There's no jumbo pack break. I could assemble one. How far into the stream are we? We have a little bit of time left, technically. I could wrap up here. The new time period for the daytime or the nighttime stream, you guys only get 3 hours now. You don't get the full 4 hours. But that was because nighttime or daytime was beating you in views and beating you in likes. However, the real reason for that is because we were in vertical mode. And this stream is in vertical mode as well. Let's see, Sylveon. Sylveon 069. Vertical mode is like a cheat code for getting lots of views, apparently. Here, let's see. A lot of people did not like us going into vertical mode. They weren't a fan. And yet it has been maybe the single fastest driver of subscribes during the stream time. So we're meeting new people. It's very fascinating. We are. I sent for my Slab away. Can I see it for some motivation? Here it is. It's David Smith, Team Rocket Tops, Slab away, plus store credit, $50. Let's go grab that $50. All right. I would normally not say yes to that because I'm scared that people will ask me to do that all the time, and I don't want to be requested to do that all the time because I don't want to have to stand up, hunt your card down, and then stand up and put your card away. Let me go ahead and remove the $50. How much do you have left on it? Rocket Boxer, you got a lot left on it. I'll show it to you real fast because we're out of orders right now. So that was you happen to be the only order in the queue. So let's show you real fast. All right, box topper time. Oh, here it is. So you wanted one of these. Box topper rocket. There it is. We did a break on one of these, didn't we? It was a pretty fast-moving break is what I remember. What do you think people want to break really bad these days? I wonder what people want to break the most. Ooh. Bro just paid $5K for a 3K card. Corn rules come back when you can spell. All right, let's go toss this over here. All right. So let me place this up here. Very nice. All right. Whew. TCC, thank you. No problem, man. No problem. I hope you enjoy the card when it's all done. Ooh, what do we have here? We have a cheap Gengar. PSA 7. That card screams, give me away. Let me set this over here. And let's grab, let's see what else. What else do we have? Here's an interesting card. Donald Duck. Okay. All right. Ooh. Let's grab the sticker. Very nice. And we'll make him $18. Okay, so this little Donald, he's a 9.5. Does that seem too cheap? I'm going to make him $24, actually. Now, let's make him 18. All right, so he's real cheap. I hope somebody buys him and enjoys him. All right. Where to buy? Also, do you ship to India? I do. I ship to India. Next up, we have Brian Freund. He says, for Slab Away, the Clear Tops Pikachu. Ah, I know what you're talking about. Wow, I wasn't sure how interested people would be in that card. That is a perfect grade on that card. And so, if CGC ever brings back perfect graded card grading, and they give like an updated label to it, that's going to be a big deal in my opinion. You are? All right, very nice. Look at that. Perfect graded clear Pikachu. Very cool. Sounds wrong to enjoy a Donald Duck. There you go. All right. Whew. Brian, we're going to go set this up in the B channel. Okay. It's going to be under September 25, Brian Freund. CGC 10 perfect tops clear Pikachu starting at $750. Now it's going to come down by $24, so $726 remains. Boom. All right. Gonna write your name down. Wow, this clickable marker is like 10 times better than the capped marker. There you are. It keeps it maintains the sharp pointy tip, which allows you to write more clearly. Whereas the ones with the caps, they become blunted, which is terrible. Blunting is terrible. Now, I ought to go into the All Slab September, no, the Consignment channel and mark off some of these cards as sold, huh? So let's say Meryl sold. Sandshrew sold. Let's see. Any others? I think there might be like one more. The Bulbasaur sold. Okay, updating that. Let's see. It's too bad about that Charmeleon. What was he graded? He was graded like 7. Dang, dude. Now we're going to Pricey September. There's some changes in here too. Let's see. Pikachu sold. And the Celebi is sold. Here it is. Celebi sold. All right. Whew. Can you check the pop on that Pikachu? Which Pikachu? You talking about the Quest sticker Pikachu? Mr. didn't ship to Sri Lanka and was crushed by boy costume and run over a Japanese pack which contained an SR. No! I'm trying to pay that off in 2 months. Nice, man. All right, let's see, guys. We have Mr. Edward B. What's up, Edward? He wants Pokemon English. 151. Edward, how's it going, man? So just one pack of 151. The set has gone up a little bit more. I am not wanting to restock 151 too much at this point. We are. Let's see. Ooh, Nidoking. Beautiful AR popping out there. I like this Aerodactyl, believe it or not, too. So, you know, you would consider grading the Aerodactyl one day. One day these cards are going to be really desirable to take a look at some of those hollows again. Thank you so much, Edward. Where did we put your bag? Wait a second. Do you need a new bag? Are you a new bag guy? I don't know if you're a new bag guy. Oops. Pick that back up. Got some slabs. What is this? An empty sleeve? Put this sleeve over here where it belongs. Here's a bag that says pack split. Let's put that over there. Here's an empty energy card. Let's throw that away. Here's this break. Don't forget about this booster pack break. And then what is this? 300 for 3 slabs. That's not 300 for 3 slabs. That doesn't add up correctly. Those don't add up to 300. They add up to 750. What? I think I was thinking about keeping these. That's what I was doing. I was thinking about keeping these. Also, I was thinking about keeping this bad boy. Look at this. This was for sale at one point, and then I said, maybe I'll just hold it. I wonder if that was a good or a bad decision. And then here is Anthony Kalura. I set this to the side. I believe I purchased this. Here we are. Okay, set that there. God, dude. Crazy. I most likely purchased that to host a break on it later in the future. So, say you need a bag. There's a lot of new people. Wow, like some people here I've never seen before. Welcome. How nice. All right, let's get him a nice new bag. Okay. Bagging time. Morbid time. All right, there we go. So as you know, Mr. Edward, the way this works, we put all your cards into a bag now as you purchase. So any cards you get, they go into this bag and they don't ship out. They stay over here until you order a round of shipping. In America, a round of shipping is $9. You can keep your cards here for 1 year, which is a really long time. And the price of shipping never changes. So you can keep adding more and more and more and more to your bag. And that saves you money. That's the whole point. So, so you got a bag now and you can make a purchase tomorrow, next week, a month from now, and keep adding to it and then ship out when you feel like shipping out. So you can ship out whenever you want. It costs $9 to do that. Okay. All right. So Slab away. You inspired me to work on my slab away. I'd like to get the indigo roll though, and I'm still 3 away. You inspired me. Yeah, so slab away has always been a pretty popular feature on this channel. I think it's a unique thing that we do where you can pay a slab down over 6 months, and really it's a nice thing because it's like, it's nice to pick out something really special and to just work on it. You know what I mean? To have something you're working on. Feel like you have something to go to your job for even. I've actually had people say that they liked going to their job more, knowing that the money they were earning was going to pay off some special card that they had picked out. So I've actually had people tell me that. As funny as that sounds, and actually it's not that funny. It actually makes a lot of sense. You know, people hate their jobs because you go to work to pay your bills. And who gets inspired to go to work to just pay bills? I don't think anyone does. But if you're going to work to like pay off something that you really actually want, it's kind of nice, isn't it? Like, hey, this is this thing I actually want in life. All right, let's take a quick picture here of all these slabs. There you go. Actually, these are expensive. These should go in the pricey box. So let me take a picture of these separately. These go in the pricey slabs channel. All right. So I sent in 2 of those Joker cards. That's so interesting. Buffalo Bills. Yep. Nobody gets excited to go to work just to pay off some stupid bill to the government or to the landlord or to the electricity company or the internet company or the cell phone company or, oh my gosh, I still have to eat food to exist. I guess I better go to work so I can get food for my stomach. It's just not that inspiring. But if like you got this card and you actually want it and you're like, dang, how do I get more hours? How do I get more hours so I can buy the stuff that I actually want? Some breaks there. Go Bills. Well, guys, it's 4:26. I think we're wrapping up right here. We are wrapping up. I had a great stream with you guys. It is 4:30 a.m. in the morning, and I think that is going to be far enough for us tonight. I'm working to pay off my perfect Pikachu now. Yeah, exactly. Now you've got like a goal. And so, you know, you're chiseling away at it, and it feels really good to complete it. We had a pretty good stream tonight, a lot of interesting openings, a lot of slab work tonight, and tomorrow's probably going to be even more slab work. What notably happened, a couple sets went up in price because they had been underpriced, and, you know, us being live triggered a price check. And then also, one set went down in price. Prismatic is cheaper now, going from $17.50 to $16 a pack. I would love to open more Prismatic for you guys and pull more Umbreons. I hope we do. I'm gonna be back on for Sunday night. Yeah, Sunday night, Monday morning. So I'll see you guys on the Sunday night, Monday morning stream. I'll see you guys there. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. My weekend's not so bad. So, you know, I mentioned this. Karis was going through a lot of depression. And so we usually disagree on having pets, but she got she adopted a cat today. So we've got an adopted kitty now. And so now she's pretty happy. So I don't know. She's happier. So that makes me happy. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Sunday night stream. I hope you guys have a nice night.